You don't have a hat on.
I don't have a hat on. They're going to mortify people tonight.
Mortify people. Okay, there you go. Well, nobody's on side. We can do
They
that.
don't fit me.
If
Yeah,
anybody
they don't
decides to
fit
watch
me
tonight.
either.
So I'll go ahead and get started just in case somebody does show up. But anyway, guys, welcome to Thursday night's Livewell here at Fish North, Georgia. There we go. We appreciate you 5 suckers that are watching right now. No, I'm just kidding. We love you. There'll be more and all that. So we appreciate you guys, and just want to say we hope you had a great day, and we appreciate you joining us here today. We're going to talk topwater bass fishing today.
And other stuff.
And other stuff, if I can keep Ryan awake long enough to do it. So I ran 2 of them off, so there you go. So that's good. So all right. But anyway,
the 3 amigos.
The 3 amigos here. So anyway, guys, this ought to be a pretty good show. I know there's a lot going on. So if you watch it tonight or you watch it tomorrow or later on YouTube, we appreciate every one of you. Make sure if you're not a subscriber to hit that subscribe button, click the like and notification bell so you'll be notified of any future content. Beasley, turn your phone off or whoever. Who was that?
Oh my
Right in the middle of my thing right there.
Oh
So
my goodness.
His girlfriend that he don't.
is his girlfriend he don't have. So anyway,
That's not even my phone. That's not even my phone.
as always, we want to thank
So-
our sponsor,
so
Rachel
fair.
Collins with 400homes.com. Guys, if you're in the market,
Point of the sponsor.
point at the sponsor behind me, Beasley. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate, that is Beasley. You guys give Rachel a call. I'm just playing with you, buddy. You can give her a call at 770-310-0599, or you can reach her at rachel@400homes.com. And give me a close up here, Paul.
Oh,
There you go. There's your point to the sponsor. But we appreciate Rachel and all that she's done for us. And guys, seriously, I think she just got a new listing put up, house in Buford. So if you're out in the Buford area, south end of Lake Lanier, all that, hit Rachel up. It's actually a very nice house, and she has a Facebook page, and just look her up, Rachel Collins, right there, and it's got the house and all that. So again, if you're watching and want to comment, I ain't got no comments coming up like that, but make sure you got your questions ready for us. It's this time of year that gets guys like Ryan really excited that like to topwater fish. A lot of you,
Look at the excitement.
there you go. Jeremiah's there. Look at the excitement. What's up, John? He had a hard day today. We'll explain that here in a little bit. So
A little red.
little red. He did. He got a little sunburn, but all winter long I've heard nothing but can't wait to topwater gets here. Can't wait to topwater gets here. Can't wait to topwater gets here. And it's about that time now. So we thought, hey, let's go ahead and jump on talking about topwater. And hopefully we can help prepare you with some of the things that we've learned, seen, or whatever to make you a little bit more successful on the water. So got Ryan here with me, got Eric Beasley in the house, got the boss man, Paul. What's up, Justin? Back there behind, keeping us in order, pressing all the buttons. And real quick, so I can get out of the way, you guys, hey, also follow us on Facebook and the Facebook group page at Fish North Georgia, the Twitter at Fish North Georgia. I started it, going back again. True Grit Tackle. Doing getting the TikTok rolling. We're going to start doing that and put out more content on that. And also for you guys that are watching us on Tuesday nights at Tuesdays on the Water, we appreciate you. We've had some really good feedback on that. So that's pretty awesome. So Topwater was working in December last year, didn't stop until the first cold front. And that's right. That's one thing about Topwater on the right lakes. It can go, especially if you get those aggressive spotted bass. I had some guys that fished Latham Reservoir last week, and they were telling me about the Topwater is kicking up. What's up, Mario? The Topwater is kicking up over there as well. And so it can be frustrating, but it can also be some of the most exciting stuff that you will do with a fishing rod in your hand that's legal. Don't you think so? Huh?
Yes,
Right?
I was reading what Tim White said.
What is it? You can't
He said
have a
we can't have
Topwater
a
show
show
without
without-
Justin the Dirt Reynolds in there. I should have called Justin. But we didn't have enough beer, so we didn't invite him. So we should have done that because Justin loves that. And so, Topwater, people say Topwater, you get anything from your like Justin, you got your frogs, was kicked up Tuesday at Latham. Yeah, there you go. So best I've ever seen. He is good. He is definitely good. You got your frogs, buzz baits, different types of walking baits. So I mean, soft plastics that you can run across the top. So there's 100 different things when you say Topwater. But we're going to try to break down as much of it tonight as we can and just see what you got. A-Team in the house. What's up, Matthew? But you guys, hey, listen, help us out if you got questions or want to know what's going on with the lakes. we will definitely help you out. Now on the Tuesday nights, fishing, is that Ryan or you? Who's the
It's not
beeper?
me. Mine's all.
Oh,
It's you,
shit.
Dave.
It's
Me?
you.
Oh my gosh,
He's over here cussing us out, telling us to turn our stuff off. And
that's my Ring doorbell going off. So there you go. My bad. Hey, listen, my bad. So I'm gonna cut that off right now. How unprofessional can I get?
I feel
There we go.
violated.
Now we're better. Now we're good. So anyway, you guys, hey, seriously, help us out. Maybe we can answer anything, or feel free to comment with anything that you're seeing. I was catching them on Topwater on December 16th of last year at Burton, and that's not surprising. Now, of course, with Topwater action, when we're talking about something that cold, primarily more spotted bass. I know largemouth they hit Topwater, but in December and stuff like that, it starts cooling off. We're still talking about spots that are schooling and stuff there, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. 100%.
That's what you're going to put in there for sure?
For sure.
That's your answer. Okay, there you go. Notice I did not mention whopper ploppers. No, I did not.
I see 3.
We've got some. We're going to go over the whopper plopper and all that tonight for those that are watching here like that. So on Tuesday nights, before I was interrupting myself with my phone, I was saying we haven't had a lot of success in the evenings. Now, the mornings might be a little different on Topwater when we were throwing. You get a few blow-ups and stuff. Yeah, it hadn't really been kicking up like we were hoping it would. That's not saying we weren't getting bites and stuff like that, but at least on Lanier the last few Tuesday evenings, it's been kind of slow Topwater-wise. Ryan's had a couple that he's caught. I mean, you caught some.
Yeah, this Tuesday evening was pretty good. At least where I was.
I think my count this post spawn is at 38.
38 Topwater so far.
Because I keep a tally.
You keep a tally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those 38, would you say the majority are in the morning? Midday or in the
yes,
evening?
I know I've caught 7 in the evening so far.
7 in the evening on Topwater.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you noticed with the 7 or any of them that you've caught, any size to them yet?
Yeah, it's hit or miss.
Right.
Some of them are decent size.
I can agree with that.
But not really nothing to get all like an average size.
An average size.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to understand that. So Ryan has been pulling up the old Sega fishing video game
I have it.
on his phone.
I have it.
He does have the game. We're going to do an episode here. We're going to try to see if we can rig up on the video game, and we're going to play each other and fish
This
against
could
each
be a
other.
big one.
It's going to be a big one. But so he's in his Sega mode right there like that. So what line do you use, mono, braid, or what pound test when it comes to Topwater? And I guess, does that depend on the what you're throwing?
Nope. It does not depend upon what I'm throwing. I throw one line across the board.
Well, what's that?
15-pound P-line CXX.
I knew that was coming.
He even looks like a Topwater. That's how good that line is.
Yeah, it looks
See
like
him
it
over
blends in with the water.
Hunting.
What do you throw?
I just
Braid.
throw, Well, I don't throw straight braid. I'll go like 30-pound cigars.
With a flower carbon
Smack
leader.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it's the Sunline leader. They call it nylon. I think it's just mono. Whatever, it floats. It's basically got all the mono attributes. So yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't.
Why do you like the copolymer?
It doesn't have near as much stretch as mono does.
Right.
But the knot strength of copolymer is second to none.
I will say that's your favorite line
Mhm.
by far of all the stuff that you do.
Yeah.
You like P-line stuff.
Yeah.
So we can break
Won some
this.
money on P-line.
You have won some money on
Won
P-line.
a couple dollars on P-line.
Braid for
$4
frogs, copoly for everything else for Jeremiah. That seems pretty good. Fish shot. Okay, so we got the fish
Well,
shot.
except for my frogs and my horny toad. It's braid. Straight braid.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a difference.
Yeah.
So for the soft plastic ones, you use the braid.
Mm-hmm.
And what knot do you tie?
I don't know what it's called.
But it's not a regular old cinch knot.
No.
If anybody
I tie the double San Diego jam on my fluorocarbon stuff, and then that knot that I tie is, I don't know what it's called.
Is it the Gerald Swindle knot?
But it's strong as crap, and I'll challenge anybody to not test with that knot.
That'd be cool. How do we get one of those machines? I'm not saying I would beat you, but I'm saying that'd be cool to
Could
see.
we do that? Is there a way to do that? So we can see
everybody's
who
knot.
ties knot strength?
That'd be
whose knot
awesome.
strength is
Yeah,
better?
get me a damn pair of Kevlar gloves and a damn weight, and we'll see who's damn knots are good.
Can you do it that way?
Yeah, we'll tie it to a big old weight, like a 20-pound weight. And
What if I
hold
got
it,
if I
and
got-
I'll wrap the Kevlar glove around my hand, and I'll pull with all my giganticism, and I'll pop it. I'll see if I can
Giganticism.
pop it.
Oh,
I mean, you
his
can probably put a
giganticism.
scale on one end and then wrap it like that and then do it.
Yeah. Harold Grizzle actually has a pretty cool contraption.
That's what I was going to say. Don't he
Yeah,
got,
Harold Grizzle has a pretty cool contraption with it's like a car spring and
Oh, that's cool.
or a shock spring or something like that.
yeah, and
It's
it,
like,
it pulls it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Well, you tighten it up and pull it up there, and you tie your knot to it, and then you pull the
Oh.
lever, and it pulls the knot back. It
Hey,
pulls it
look, we
back.
got a moose knuckle reference. I think Moose Knuckle just called Ryan out.
For
You
what?
can't really see it on that side.
Literally.
For what?
Just
What do you
back
call
up,
me
back
out
up.
on?
I ain't banging.
He's got that moose knuckle.
I didn't even catch anything that you might have
I didn't
called
call
me.
anything,
That's what
yeah.
I'm
He
saying. I
wanted
didn't
to
even
challenge
catch
you.
it.
You're his knot to your knot.
I didn't want
Oh.
to challenge. I just wanted to see it.
Dane Hunt. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, you
There
can
you go.
use a bow draw scale to test brake
Mhm.
strength.
Ah,
I
Then
didn't
what
think about my hunter.
Do you have one?
I can get one.
Okay.
We might do that, but I think
Literally
what
what
would
I
be
just
cool
said.
too is let's just put some old-fashioned dumbbells and hook it up to it and just pull it and see which one breaks it first.
Mm.
We'll start off with 10, 15, 20, and then just go to
And then I'll tie one around Beasley's waist and see if I can't pull him over one of these rafters.
okay. Well, I
I
don't know what
Get a
where that's
video.
going with and what that's got to do with
Get a
top water,
video
but
of
all
that.
right, there we go. So
way to make it weird.
We're talking about knot strength.
we can have some man love going on right here, I guess. So whatever, that's between you two. So anyway, all right. So let's break it down like this. So you got your ponds and stuff like that. That top water is going to be a lot different than if you're going out on like Lanier, or I mean, I know the bases are the same, but let's start off with the small
A
lake
little bit
first.
different mentality.
A little
yeah.
bit different, but let's say a smaller reservoir like Yahula up there in Dahlonega, stuff like that. A largemouth predominant lake,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Even Hickory Log over here. I know a lot of it fishes like a big lake, but when you're going right now and you're looking up what temperature of the water in any of these lakes do you think is the magic number that actually really fires up the top water, or does it have anything to do with water temp?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It really depends upon kind of the situation as you're out there that day. I've caught fish in the spring on top water in like 56, and that was in the spring, early spring.
Largemouths?
Pre-spawn. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and spots, but large mouths.
Right.
The bite is completely different.
Okay,
It's
explain
no
that.
explosive. Oh my God! It's
Right.
a lot of times they just come up and suck the bait under. They don't expenditure that much energy on it.
Okay.
Like a Buzzbait.
Much
I love
more
that.
subtle.
Yeah,
Well,
They just
literally,
suck it,
they
it's
just
coming behind
open their
it,
mouth
suck
and
it
just
under.
falls into the water.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
do
Just
that.
suck it under. And
Okay.
you set the hook, and this could be a big one.
Okay. But is that now? But let me ask you: is that the norm or the exception, as far as top water and 56-degree water?
No, the top
With largemouths.
water temperature for largemouths and spots is really all based upon everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
You can YouTube, when's the best time to throw topwater? Everybody has their own opinion,
Yeah.
and everybody's opinion is based upon when they've actually caught fish on topwater.
Right.
I believe there's a video of Wesley Strader on Bass U talking about buzzbait fishing, because that's what he's predominantly known for. And I want to say he said I can get bit in 54. I believe is what he said.
That to me is
That's
extremely
cool.
cold.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Right. Are you pulling it up?
But no, this is February 22nd
Mhm.
on Lanier. The water was as cold as it got all year,
Mhm.
and they're just crushing top
Yeah.
water. It's the best
Oh,
top
yeah.
water day I've had this year.
Herring have a lot to do with that too, more than shad.
Real quick, let's ask Paul if he's going to catch his personal best shoalie this
That's
weekend.
Not easy to do.
What am I going to catch my TV shoalie on this weekend?
Oh,
If I'm lucky, it's going to be a True Grit spinnerbait
Okay, spinnerbait
with a
Spinnerbait.
flipping fish swim bait trailer.
with a flipping fish spin bait or swim bait trailer. That sound right? Did I get that right? So, Paul, where are you going, Paul?
Flint?
The Flint River.
that's great.
All right, going. Is that a tournament?
No.
Just going fun fishing.
Hey, it ain't business. It's just pure pleasure.
Pure pleasure fishing this
Fun
weekend, and
fishing.
that's good. That is actually very good. So we do hope you get your PB shoulder. What is your personal best right now, Paul?
It's 19 and a half inches.
They always
English.
throw me off when they start saying
If we
inches.
weighed that fish, it was 444.
444 shoulder. That's nice.
That's English.
What's that?
That's English. Weight.
Ryan can't do no metric system.
Yeah, it gets in his head.
You don't like the metric system?
212 centimeters.
But every time
I don't know how big that is.
yeah, every time though I ask a guy that fishes out of a kayak, hey, how big was that fish? And I'm waiting for him to say 7 pounds, 3 ounces. And well, it was 25 inches. And crap! I always forget how long.
I was
My
like
bad.
John Allred came by after fishing Latham Wednesday, and he's like, "Oh, this is my best one." He took a picture of it. It was like just a shade over 19 inches long.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty good." I was like, 19 inches, close to 3 pounds.
Yeah.
You know,
in our head, we're
He
figuring
was
it out.
like, "You think?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. I said we got to figure it
So-
out. But
19.
we're
Yeah,
not
19.
knocking the measurement thing. It's just our
Especially for a
brains are
spot.
programmed to thinking weight.
Well, Lanier 19 is probably 4 plus.
Yeah, 19
Unless you
big.
get
Well,
a
it was on
16-inch
Latham.
bass on
That's why I
Lanier
said
that
it's
weighs
close to
3
3.
pounds.
Yeah.
So Richard Rayburn, MD.
Ooh,
Hey,
medical
classing it
doctor.
up.
I actually
Look at that profile picture.
I actually want to make sure I didn't mess that up because as soon as I said it, I thought it might be would you jabbelow me or that guy again.
Would
I
ya
thought
me?
I might have said it too fast. So frog lure with a large silver loved blade on hopping. Hopping it on lily pads. I bet that's absolutely awesome. That's something I've never got to do. George Smith, hey, appreciate you. Yeah, they're on. There you go. They're on tuna right now. Are you fishing that tournament
Oh my!
over there? Regardless, we appreciate you joining in, and I love you. And Dylan, hey, what's up, buddy? Jeremiah Giles, inches are for trout and pan fishermen. I like to catch fish I can measure in pounds. Well, I like it both ways. I'm just used to asking for the weight. I like it both ways. I just can't get it in my mind. So Beasley just showed us a video, and it was what time of year was that?
That was February 22nd.
February 22nd on Lanier, and they were blowing up Topwater that day. So,
Yes, big time.
but again, just like Ryan said, that's got a lot to do with the herring and the bait.
Yeah,
You're not going to find largemouth blowing up in a farm pond or a smaller lake like that
Highly, highly, highly doubt it.
because the bait's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
That's
it's
what I
bait.
think
So
too.
your Topwater. So can we say that Topwater is what you do is predicated by the bait species that's in the water?
Yeah, primarily, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that completely. Because I mean, the fish really don't care that much. Like, I mean, you see
Fish
them,
feed and react to their environment.
yeah, like you see them during the wintertime, even if they're down low, like especially with the panoptics and all that. You'll see it even if you're mid column, you see them shoot up just like they do with Topwater. I mean, it's no different.
okay.
The fish do the same thing. It's just where the bait's positioned. And if the bait's positioned up, they're just going to do the same thing. They're going to go, which is another thing to pin it to, just like normal Topwater.
There
It's
you
got to
go.
be right.
Sound effects.
I love that so
you read
much.
that.
Winter Topwater's the best.
I'm here for the sound effects.
Well,
Giggity.
Hugh.
He's
Janus. See how I am so scared of reading people's names now.
Hugh Janus.
Hugh Janus is
Hugh
there.
Janus.
So anyway, I'm like terrified of reading people's names. So excuse me if that's your
It's Hugh. It's
Hugh.
Hugh.
Janus.
Hugh
Hugh.
Janus.
I know it. I know it.
It could be French, it might be
It could be French. That's right. So anyway, for the sound effects, and I was actually getting ready to compliment Beasley on his. I'm like, you're starting to pick up Ryan's sound effects. 'Cause, yeah,
How many times do I do that when we fish?
all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Almighty.
yeah, it's it. Or how many times do I see you do it during any given day up here when we're talking fishing and all that?
Yeah.
Oh my
His
god.
patented hook set.
I got to say that today.
Yeah, he
I
says
got-
I grunt too much when I set the hook.
You do.
Do you?
I-
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
But I got to say my favorite saying today. I said, get it.
Get it. True
Today.
largemouth do some crazy stuff on the herring lakes that they aren't supposed to. And actually, I'm going to use Latham as a reference on that because before Latham got shad, and especially before they got the bluebacks dumped in there, if you were going to catch a largemouth, you were going to catch them on the bank or typical largemouth stuff, and the little spots would be out cruising in the middle. But now, and that's that was you that time. But now, if you go out and you see them busting, and you throw in there, you will catch largemouth that are in with those spotted bass. It's almost like they, like Ryan said, they got a taste of that herring. They know where that food is, and they've kind of adapted a little bit that they don't normally do.
Them football largemouth.
And people are catching them on Lanier out in places where you don't normally catch largemouth.
Correct.
Because they've gotten in with the spots and they've just kind of, evolved a little bit with the spots. I guess it's either eat or starve. So what do you think?
No.
What is it?
They've tasted the herring.
They've tasted the herring. So
tasted the herring.
they've tasted the herring. But Latham is like that. So you don't know.
That was one of the schooling fish.
Show that picture up there. Hold it up there.
How do I show that picture?
Show a picture. Turn it right there. Just turn it around to the camera. There you go. So that's a good sized fish. It's a good sized fish.
It was like, I think it weighed in like 5.5 or something. I don't remember, but it was up there on this herring.
Yeah, but Jeremiah, that is true. So at least I know on Latham, the largemouth are they're schoolers. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm speaking more for smaller reservoirs, now hickory log, they say there's some spots in there. I have not yet caught one. And if you do catch spots, they're by far not as numerous as the largemouth. But they'll start schooling up there on hickory log as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, fish will do what they got to do to eat. So, all right. So the largemouth, though, typically on the smaller lakes, it's got to heat up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get them brim up there, brim spawn go through, and then frogs moving around. So the life has got to come out. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be a little bit later.
Yep.
But I would say it probably ends a little earlier. What do you think?
No, probably not. October and stuff in little big ponds like that, depending upon the weather,
right?
It can be dynamite.
Yeah, but it will go basically from when the brim and the frogs come out till then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas on a big lake like Lanier, I'll say Allatoona. I assume Allatoona is similar, even though they don't have bluebacks supposedly, but we know they do.
Supposedly.
Chattooga and all that, you can get the topwater blow-ups year-round.
Yes.
I mean, even when in January, you can be out there and all of a sudden, it just sounds like a marching band beside you breaking loose.
Just when you look at the shoulder.
Yeah. But primarily, that's more the exception than the norm.
Yes.
And you're targeting those because you see them, but you don't go out in January on Lanier and really target topwater.
No, you don't. I mean, you don't really just go out and be like, I'm going to go throw a topwater plug all day long in January. I mean,
Ice. Keep podcasting, not by me. Ice. Keep podcasting. Where are you at? I'd like to know where you're located at.
Just keep what?
Just keep casting. He can't. He's got
podcast.
He's the guy from Wisconsin, isn't he?
Is it no down there? His next one, not by me. Ice.
Yeah.
So his lakes are icing over. So that's what I wonder if I missed that. So appreciate you joining us. For sure. So what's up to you? Outside of Tidwell Wednesday was like a hailstorm, blow-ups everywhere. So yeah, absolutely. And I wondered. Now let me ask you this question because I don't know. Do smallmouth school?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Hit topwater.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a smallmouth angler. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the northern boys do get a period of time when it's just lights out up there.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Oh yeah.
There you go, Wisconsin. All right, hey man, appreciate you joining us. Solid right there. So topwater is pretty solid into early October in Wisconsin, especially smallmouth.
Just Google.
All right, I learned something.
Just go on YouTube and type in Keith Combs, Lake St. Clair or whatever it is, or wherever they were, or not St. Clair, Champlain from this past year, and he's throwing a big old spook about this pig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, smallmouth are aggressive. They're aggressive. I know
what's that color? There's always that color, that really ugly one, that chartreuse blue.
That's that old. That one he was throwing up there was like that old.
Paul, ain't your family from Wisconsin?
Butter bone.
There you go. Awesome.
Really.
Wisconsin.
Especially September, early October. That's awesome to know.
September is my probably favorite time to throw topwater.
Really?
Even down here, right?
Yes, September's probably my favorite time.
Okay. Well, right now, I don't know how they do it up there, but right now,
you'll have 2 rods in your hand.
2 rods in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, you throw an extra one in there.
Tim White, mail me some cheese curds. I still got some frozen cheese curds in the refrigerator from last year's Electric Elite. I don't know. They still should be good. You better eat them quick, though. I can't even pronounce what the hell.
Susquehanna River
In
in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania would have a couple of weeks of smallmouth craziness.
I got dill cheese. I got dill
That sounds
cheese.
good.
Dill
Bruh,
cheese.
he said bruh.
Right now.
Hey,
Right now.
listen.
Right now.
I bet with a cold beer that would be pretty good.
I already like this.
We like you, man. We appreciate you jumping on tonight. There, so there you
We
go.
need to get need to get to talking to this guy. We'll get us a little
You know,
live thing.
you know what
going
we could
on here,
do? We could do a split screen with this
we
guy.
just do a split screen. Talk about some Wisconsin fishing. What's he like up there?
What's it like to get a fishing report?
Yeah,
Fish North Georgia's fishing report from Lake whatever in Wisconsin. Just in case you travel.
We would have hooga.
We would
You just need to know how the sunnies are biting there on Lake Winnebago, eh?
Lake Winnebago. Do they say A in Wisconsin like the Canadian?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I don't know my northern vernacular.
It's not super common, but every now and then you run into someone that's got the full on
They?
Fargo accent.
Fargo,
It is adorable.
adorable like that.
Whoa.
Well, they probably listen to me. So, you know, it's all right. We all got our place for it, but we should do that. We should do that. We get a split screen up and we'll talk to him. That might be something we start doing. We're dragging a little bit. Fiber has been run past the store. And I called up to get it hooked so we don't have to go through that stuff anymore. But they said, we're not hooking it up right now. Call back in the middle of, I guess they said in the middle of May it'd be but
Just turn your Wi-Fi off. I turned my Wi-Fi.
I already did.
mine's off.
Okay.
Fried cheese curds, man. I love it. Video's going back. Yeah, so we know, we can see, unfortunately, Phil McCrackup. What the hell's up with all these? What the hell's up with all these names, man?
I've never heard that one yet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hey Phil, how you doing, buddy?
I like that.
We unfortunately we have the Wi-Fi strength thing there. Now we just jumped up to
No,
2.
we
so
got back up to 2.
Paul's gone.
you have to understand, we're in a basement in the middle of
It's back up to 3. now.
yeah, in the middle of it's a studio, but it's in the middle of Marble Hill, Georgia. Which
You hear
is,
that? A basement in Marble Hill, Georgia. This is the last place you want to be ever. I don't care where you are.
I wish.
Especially when you're young and cute.
I wish the address was like 11262 Copperhead Road.
Copperhead Road. So, I'm down. Let's just set up in the future. Bass fishing is about to start turning on by me. And any day now, Largies will be on fire in about a month. 5-pounders.
So cool.
Well, there
That's
you
a fun
go.
place in the world to be fishing.
What the? Good Lord! It's one of these nights here like that. All right. Now we know what Danny sounds like in auto tune. So, Eric Thurman. Yep, that's about the best way you can describe it. I'm not going to read that, but for those in the comment, that's just straight up where we're at. So, but technology is catching up with us, so we're going to have it very, very, very soon. So, anyway, let's get back on actually topwater fishing. Now, right now, when we go out on our Tuesday nights, I've been noticing you're throwing. Tell everybody in a roundabout way what you're trying to do right now and what you're going after.
I'm just trying to catch those post-spawn, really aggressive fish, that are up there feeding right in the evenings, up there cruising around on points and shallow flats and stuff like that, reef poles.
Right.
And I'm just trying to find the most aggressive fish that's up there swimming around.
Okay.
And I'm going to get it to bite.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. And it's
That
either,
sounds like a plan.
and if there ain't one up there that wants to bite, there ain't one up there that's aggressive.
And at that point, then you start going down, you're slowing down with the shaky head and doing stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
He's a musky guy too, so there you go. That'd be interesting too. I don't know too many musky fishermen, but I've watched it. That's like
A fish of 1,000 casts.
that's what I say. Them guys fish like a month for one fish.
A fish of 1,000 casts.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Aggressive fishes.
looking
yes.
looking for that now. You like to throw the chug bug style bait, more of a popper style, like that. Like the other night, right now. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about right now.
Yeah, right now.
Glaze the other night was throwing more of a spook type bait.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you prefer the popper at this time of year over, say, a walking bait?
It stays in the strike zone a little bit longer. and that's, you're moving it and you're chugging it and you're moving it and moving it and moving it, but it's not moving like a spook where it's keep going.
Right.
It's kind of staying in the same general location. So I'm trying to make the fish. I'm trying to call the fish to me for one, and then two, if there's one nearby, I'm trying to agitate them into biting, because one thing about spotted bass in particular is if you throw a topwater plug over top of their bed where one's bedding, and it boom, 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 and then they're like, okay, fine, and then they go up there and they just crush it, and
it just pisses them off.
It pisses them off. So yeah,
right. Whereas largemouth's not like that. They're more ambush, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know primarily we catch more spots than largemouth right here where we fish. But there's somebody up in Wisconsin, like Jeremiah, they don't have as much forward travel. Plus, if you get a high-end JDM version, you can actually walk it in place.
I don't need a high-end JDM version to walk it in place,
you can
bro.
still walk it in place.
Walk down, pinky out.
When in doubt, pinky out. Okay. Clear skies versus overcast. Do you notice a difference? And does overcast keep the fish up any longer in the morning?
Absolutely not. I don't let the conditions dictate anything
that is true,
in terms of my topwater fishing.
That is true.
It
he
depends.
doesn't have to answer that. He said, I'm gonna throw topwater. I don't care. I'm gonna throw it no matter what.
I mean, you've seen that when we went. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But do you think now that's your mentality?
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it makes any difference? Are they easier to catch on cloudy days versus overcast, or is it just Matty got to change the colors up?
Shallow, overcast, it's great.
Right.
Offshore, overcast, it'll make you pull your hair out.
Yep.
And why is that?
Well, the sun makes them relate to something like a brush pile or a standing timber or a big old rock pile, down there. It makes them relate to it. So I'm throwing over top of them and make them trying to see if I can't get them to come up to it. If you trying to, one of the worst enemies on any blueback herring lake, by far, I'll argue with you till the sun comes home. Your worst enemy in the summertime on a blueback herring lake, if you're going to go out and try to catch topwater specific fish, is a straight up not white cloud overcast day. It's pretty rough.
If you disagree,
those are my favorite days.
It's pretty rough because the fish and this is just me, but the fish, they won't relate to anything.
Yep.
The only thing they relate to is they're chasing bluebacks. So 1 minute they'll be over here, and 1 minute they'll be over here, and 1 minute they'll be over here, and then 1 minute they're over here. And you can't, or they come up and you throw at them, and oh man, if I had like 10 more feet in that cast, I'd land right in the middle of them. And they're bad about it. But when you get sun, they relate closer to like brush piles. Let me just say brush piles. We'll say brush piles. They relate to those. They suspend around them. We got to get rid of this naked HD XYZ bro guy. I done blocked him one time. Don't know how. I blocked him the other night, but I don't know how it keeps coming back. But anyway,
there you go, Paul.
But when the sun's up good, they'll spend a lot of time looking up with herring, because herring like to be up closer to the surface anyway. Okay. And so they spend a lot of time looking up, and then if a whole plug just comes up through there, they make a decision whether or not they're going to come up there or
Are
not.
they more aggressive?
I think they're more aggressive in the sunlight. That's just me.
Beasley thinks
different. I just wait before you block it.
He didn't get it written down.
Jeez. Oh God.
Actually, you know what? Hey, I don't know how this works, but if you
see them wide, be right back.
That's right. Actually, I think if after this is done and posted on our YouTube page, if you go back and watch it from the beginning, will that pop up before you block it? It may. I don't know. And let me Russian scam bots. There you go. Let me Michael Temple's one, because I want to make sure before I forget it. And he gets
about to lose all your data, bro.
Yeah, all your data. Yeah. Don't come. There it is. I'll read it for you. Yeah. So Michael Temples wants to talk about buzz baits real quick.
Patience.
We're gonna talk about it.
Whoa.
Patience.
So
Whoa.
don't. I just want Michael to know I'm not gonna forget
We're
about it.
talking Buzzbait. Sound effects are going to happen.
Yeah.
Buzz
So
baits are
yeah. So I'm
awesome.
not gonna forget about you because he wants to know that and rod setups and stuff like that. So all right.
This year I really got into the buzz baits, and it is a cool deal.
Yes. Screenshot is quicker, Hugh. You guys, hey, in the comment section for those of you that check it out, let me know. Let me know how it goes right there. So, now how about color though? Since let's go ahead and we're talking about the overcast versus
Easy.
the sunny day. All right, Beezy, I'm gonna let you answer this.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I get
so
the
this is
answer
on
this
you get
time?
the answer. So
Wow.
all right, right here,
All right.
cloudy day, top water in the situation that he's talking about.
Something that kind of, when you see it in the water and it kind of just reflects that sunlight. So your whites, your bones, all those killers. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of flash to it.
What the hell are you doing?
But yeah,
That one.
that one.
That one.
Which one?
This one.
Dylan, you're welcome, buddy. Phil Johnson's gonna show you a good
that's an
time.
awesome guy.
This
There
one.
we go.
That one.
All right, so that's
This one.
hold
What
it up.
hooks are those?
Hold it
I
up.
haven't swapped the hooks out on these
I
yet
was about to say.
because I have one.
To
in
your
here.
right.
I have one other one in
To
here.
your right. There you go.
Bone.
Bone cut. Is that a spook?
That's a super spook.
Super spook right there.
That's a super spook. That's
Uh,
a super spook.
and that's a what is that? And that you got right there? Just pick them both up.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I got the train. All right.
We'll explain to you what a train is.
No, don't you. I knew after I said
Put
it.
that bottom one down.
All right. What?
Yeah, don't let me show nothing off.
The 6th Sense, man.
Yeah, dude, that thing's juice.
All right.
All right.
So,
Okay.
Look how eat up it is.
What is that you got in your hand right there?
I see. That's just hook rash, man. You just been fouling up too much. All right, I'm kidding. Okay. All right.
So beans is your color. So that's what you like to throw in the sun, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
What about
Oh, that's a sexy shad right there.
okay, so what about cloudy days? So you okay, so you go more with
They can see it better, and with
Bone.
spotted bass, if they see it and they want it, they're gonna get it.
what about rain?
Same thing. Well, if it's rainy, it should be cloudy. Hopefully.
Yeah, but
Bone.
here's why I say that, because when we had Ryan Hanks and them on with Cast, and they were talking about the OG, that black pearl one that's got the black with the silver side and all that.
I don't know. There's a point.
They
where I
like
just-
throwing that in the nastier the weather.
I bet it works. I mean, it's just like black during nighttime.
Evergreen or nothing. Yep. Do y'all consider a Seville a topwater bait?
That's what I was gonna.
I kind of do.
Yeah,
So,
they eat it like a topwater.
It depends on how you work it.
Depends on how they eat it. Sometimes you reel that thing and they go, and then sometimes you reel that thing and it just gets heavy. And you're, oh my goodness!
I mean, you can actually
Give me my baits back.
work that
No.
Seville. You can work that Seville.
I'll
to
throw
where
this
it's
one in my
like-
pocket.
yeah, do
Oh,
that.
I already got
No-
hooked twice
no underwear
on
on.
Tuesday.
Bone, spook, or rover on cloudy days is hard to beat.
there's a rover up there.
Hold that rover
That's a
up
rover.
right there. There you go.
Yeah, that's loud.
If it's a
sucker.
top water plug.
There you go.
All right. How much? Let me ask you this: with those type baits, how much do you think noise?
That's a saltwater one.
Right.
Yeah, that's a saltwater.
So is noise, rattles very important with the topwater bait,
Yeah,
even in clear water?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I ain't hardly ever caught one without one in it.
Do they even make them without them? I guess
Yeah.
they do, but I
Yeah, they
just
do.
very.
They do.
What's your preferred rod for topwater lures?
One that could.
Oh, I didn't see Phil's. You don't need but two colors of super spook: Florida bass and chartreuse shad. Shad.
Wow. No.
Well, no, those are good colors, though. Absolutely.
You can go as deep as not.
Phil, where are you from as well, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just curious. Dane Hunter,
Sounds like.
what's the preferred rod for your topwater lures? All right, Beazle, you can start off on that one.
All right.
Look at me. God almighty.
You don't want to talk.
All right. Well, now I can't even think about it. No, I throw it on a lot of stuff. I actually haven't really found a topwater
You
rod
go.
I like that much.
You can go get a paper
thank
towel
you.
here in a second. We'll let you go.
Where are they?
In my office.
All right.
BFE, where's BFE? Oh, bum. Okay, a bum F.
Almost got you.
Almost got me on that one, though. So there you go. Chrome topwater plugs have exploded in popularity on Lanier. Absolutely. What about your rod, Ryan? What do you like throwing your topwater on?
It's a 7.3 medium heavy with a moderate fast tip. with 8-1-1 gear ratio reel.
Okay, there you go. Oddly specific, but there you go.
Every single one of them.
Beasley does need to change hats. I'm glad y'all finally noticed it. We've been fussing at him every single time he comes here. He wears. Now we do like the guys down at the dugout though, so we'll let it slide on that for sure. But real quick before we get to Michael Temple's question, do y'all ever throw brush hogs on Lanier? They're my favorite in ponds. I know this is off topic. That's okay.
Brush hog.
Not really.
I don't really.
No, I'm not. There's brush. I'm not saying you can't.
Brush hog.
I'm not saying you can't throw it. I would say that
We
there
may
are better
have
options.
We may have a video where we go buy a bunch of baby brush hogs and go throw them on Texas streaks on Lanier
And see what happens. We probably would.
We probably
and they
would.
probably will work just fine. We just don't ever throw them.
We probably would.
I know that
Why they work good.
Neil Scoggins, 3 colors, chrome, white, or bone, and something translucent. That's 4, Neil. Neil, that's 4. Chrome, white, or white or bone, I guess. Yeah, you're right. So we'll do that. So
Why can't you have white too?
you can. I'm with Ryan, the exact same setup, except I use a 7-4. Is there is
What's
it does
wrong with
Rod?
white? We can have white.
Or
too.
yeah. Slop top Texas rig equals big fish. It does. It does. How about the speed of the reel? So he uses a 7.4 and you use an 8.3. Why?
8-1.
8.1. Why?
Because I need the speed, not have a need for speed.
You feel
Need-
Because
okay,
I
Maverick.
no, honest God,
Maverick.
honest to God truth,
Uh-huh.
honest to God truth. Because when you throw that thing out there, throw over there.
You get it back out quick.
Yeah.
There you go. All right,
That's back
Smart.
in quick.
That's smart.
Beasley's
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the question was?
Nah.
Okay, so we'll move on.
No, what was it?
What's your top water rod and reel setup?
My top water rod is whatever's left over.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
But top water's not your main.
No, I love top water. I literally just don't have enough rods right now.
You had like 20 in your boat.
Okay, well, I have a lot of rods, but usually top water's not my priority.
Okay, well there you go.
I
So
have 6 rods that I throw top water.
I just figured it out. If I hit the red live icon, I won't be
Crazy
10 minutes
noises.
behind. I'm smart. There you go. We hunt. I didn't know that, so there you go. But a baby brush I got. So June bug on lead.
He's being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Hell, I was just trying to read the comment. I'm like,
Oh, if we're doing the brush hog thing, there better be June bug on lead with 17 pounds on
hey, listen, I was just reading the freaking
DuPont.
comment.
DuPont string.
Listen, y'all make fun of DuPont string, but a lot of damn fish have been caught on that DuPont
Because I'm
string.
watching the Orlando Wilson Fishing Show.
A lot
Brought
of
to you by DuPont string.
listen, but a lot of fish have been caught on it. So there you
Yes.
go. Justin Spieth has got stuff for sale. So they own that
man.
on his 770 swag stuff. So there you go.
Oh, man.
What's your and we're still gonna get to the buzzbaits, Michael, I promise you. What's your horny toad setup? Because the people have watched you toss the horny toad the last couple of episodes on Tuesday nights live fishing.
It is a
And by the way, guys, feel free in the comments to tell us if you actually do watch it, what you think about that. And hey, listen, and constructive criticism is appreciated. So if there's things that we could do better, let us know. We'll try.
for real.
Well, we
Yeah.
do suck.
For real. It is a 7.3 medium heavy fast.
They're making fun of your hat too while you're gone.
What happened?
Yeah, they were.
This hat.
7.3
That's fine.
medium heavy fast. I don't know the number, so don't ask me. And it's a Dobbins Champion.
Champion.
It's the most expensive rod I actually personally own.
There's no way.
The Horny Toad setup is the expensive rod and reel combo that I own. Most
it's the
expensive
most important,
combo
right?
that I have.
Everybody knows
It's
if it's your most
a-
expensive rod, it don't
it's
matter
a-
how good it works.
It's a $300 something rod with a $300 reel.
Try fishing in Speedos could go very wrong or very right. I'll do it.
Absolutely.
That's what I do anyway, man. I just go naked.
Yeah, Knuckles, I'm sure you do.
I'm telling you, man, when it's wintertime, ain't nobody out there, man.
What'd you eat before you came up here tonight? You're awful giddy a little bit.
I get to go fishing this weekend, and if I actually do good, it'll be good.
Hey, let me ask you this. Is there a high school tournament on Lanier this weekend? Not y'all?
Yeah, Sunday.
Saturday, though.
Sunday.
Is not one Saturday?
I hope not.
Okay.
Or
My
I'm
cousin
missing
said, he sent me a
something.
text that he thought a 160 boat tournament was going out of
160.
Laurel. So that might be y'all's I mean, no, I don't know what it is.
Sunday.
Weightless is where it's at. When the big fish are being picky and barely slurping, you need to get that bait as light as possible for them to get it. And I can't say, and a lot of misses on heavier lures or weighted setups. I will say right now, okay, so Adam, I really enjoyed the live Tuesday. We're noticing a lot now when they're hitting the top water right now. They're crushing it, but they're not taking it.
Ooh.
I mean, you're getting popped really hard, but you're not getting
Actually, if you want me to get sarcastic on you and seriously, I actually talked to a couple guides Tuesday night, and we waxed them compared to the guides.
What's that?
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He said it would be better if we caught fish.
Oh, no, that's Josh. Josh is screwing with
we
us.
actually beat on them.
Yeah, that's
We
terrible.
actually beat them. No, I'm being serious.
Actually did.
I talked to
fish.
2 different guides, and apparently we did better than them in 4.5 hours than they did in 8 hours.
Yeah, we had a good evening.
Whoa.
So. But you're right. How about let's rephrase it, Josh? Live would be better if we caught some big fish. That might be.
Well,
That would be happy for me.
We're
It's
not
really
quite there
been-
yet.
Have you noticed it's kind of been off and on, like really off and on Lanier with
What's up, Ron?
weight wise? Like either it's going to be like one of those 18-pound wins it days or like 21 wins it, which
That's
is a
right.
big difference on Lanier. Like I've noticed that a lot. Like either it's good or it's bad.
Just go big or go home. That's right. Slapping bait out of the water a lot right now. Now, let me ask you this. Is that because they're really right now keying in on smaller shad?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people make the mistake of throwing, and it might not be a mistake, but a lot of people are throwing full-size topwater baits right now.
Yes.
And so the fish are coming up, they're slamming it, but they're slamming it as if they're hitting a 1 3/4, 2-inch shad as opposed to hitting a 6-inch blueback. You think that could have anything to do with that?
Yes.
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 That's your answer.
Yes.
Okay. That's all we're going to get on that.
Yes. You're trying to get me to talk about today.
No, I told you didn't have to talk about today, but Ryan did go fishing all day today. So there you go. That's why he's so tired right there. So he got to fish. I let him have the day to go fishing with one of his buddies. So, but it's good. You got to do that every once in a while. We caught a bunch of topwater. Where was Ron? Okay. So let's see.
On tuna. He said we caught a bunch of top
On
water,
tuna,
but they're
okay.
all small fish.
Okay. Put up the Tuesday Night Live one right there. Cause I want to right there. You did. I'm sorry. Definitely watch the Tuesday Night Live. Love it. Keep it up. Glad to see I'm not alone in struggle.
Mhm.
What the heck's he saying? I'm just kidding. Just showing highlights can be deceptive. Thought you guys should be throwing more moving bait. Hey, you know what? Hey, we like to hear that. You might absolutely be right.
Mhm.
I just got a lot of confidence going with that weighted wacky right now. But
it's pretty hard to throw a moving bait. It was pretty hard to throw a moving bait Tuesday when they were eating the worm so good.
yeah, for that period of time they did. And I will say this: you made a comment.
As much as I like to power fish, I ain't stupid.
When it's on,
I mean, if they're biting a worm,
That's right.
or a jig, I'm not dumb.
that's right. But before, I'm gonna pull up the Fish Hawks comment right there, and let me finish what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get on that. I will say this: one of the reasons that we decided to go live and unedited was so that you could actually see how it is, what we talk about on the boat, stuff like that. Because everybody gets a GoPro, they go, they film it, they cut out the fish catches, and they cut out all the other stuff and all that. And a lot of people like that. Don't get me wrong; it's very good. But we thought we'd do a little bit different, and you could see us cutting up a little bit or missing the hook sets. You know, we do that a lot. So I appreciate your feedback on that. If you could only tie on one topwater bait, what's your go-to? You looking for it?
Hey man, don't steal that one.
What is that? What is that? It's a pencil popper style bait.
Yeah, it's a gunfish 117.
Yes, it is.
Gunfish 117.
Yeah.
What sets that apart from everything else?
This is the one that this bait, you can keep it in one place and
Right.
walk it in one place like this. But then you can also like reel it fast while you're walking it and make it look like something trying to get away. It's not like a spook. Spook, you kind of really only got one gear with a spook.
Right.
But this one, you can walk it in place and not move the bait, or you can move it and it'll walk. You can walk it like a spook.
Right.
You can slow this one down. You can speed it up. it's just a good all around
All
top
around
water
bait.
bait.
Tracy Jackson, your comment said you were coming up Saturday. I think that's what you said.
Mhm.
If you're talking about, he ain't talking about coming up to the store. Is
He's
he?
coming up this weekend to fish.
Oh, to fish. Okay, that's right. All right.
Oh man, what do you
Yeah.
guys have this weekend?
East Hall Saturday.
Oh,
So Saturday we'll be fishing East Hall out of Bayless. So I dropped
Mill.
Bolden Mill. Excuse me, I said Bayless. My bad. It's over the B. I dropped down to a tiny whopper, plopper, and mini fluke. Better hookup ratio. I actually had a gentleman today in the shop tell me that a smaller whopper plopper was working pretty good right now. So, but I don't throw it. Maybe I should try. So, I don't know how much the size of prevalent baits makes a difference. I've caught fish on 10-inch trout glides. Is that what it says? Yeah, glide baits where I know there aren't trout. Predator. Yeah, that's exactly right. They're gonna eat. They're definitely gonna eat. When the fish are on, big baits are fun. My PB best bass is an 8-pounder in Wisconsin on an 11-inch jerk bait.
there you go.
God almighty.
That's a musky bait.
Yep,
An 11-inch jerk bait.
that's ridiculous.
That lip said lunch.
John Holmes of jerk baits there. All right, there you go.
They ain't got no fear.
Neil Scoggins, don't be afraid to pitch a baby brush hog into laydowns right now. It probably won't hit the bottom. So there you go. Hey, so and like I said, I'm sure it works. I'm absolutely. How about on Carolina rig?
The blowdown bite is ridiculous. I know.
The what bite?
The blowdown bite.
Okay, what is that?
The blowdown?
Oh, I thought you said a bloodhound. That's why I said, what is that? Blowdown. Well, you're going to blow down, bro.
All right.
Blow down. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, let's before I forget, let's answer Michael Temple's question about buzz baits.
Okay.
Okay, where are you looking to fish a buzz bait, and what is your rod reel line setup for a buzz bait? Buzz bait would be my favorite. And that's the farm pond kid in me. Because I always like throwing buzz baits on smaller lakes.
Buzzbait's an extremely versatile bait. If you go back to the episode we did back in the fall where we talked about buzz baits with Justin Reynolds, we go into me and Justin go into some real deep, in-depth conversation about what we like to do, what we like to throw them at. Pretty much one thing though about a buzz bait is it's one bait that you can throw it on the bank, reel it back, you parallel the bank, however you want to do it. You can throw it around blowdowns. You can throw it around some grass. You can throw it around riprap. You can throw it on points. You can throw it on flats. You can throw it around docks. You can throw it inside docks. You can throw it in the back of pockets.
You got the Bubba Gump going right here.
I mean, yeah, it's just the
shrimp.
it's just a very. There's really no rules to a buzz bait in terms of that. But what is the? I only throw one buzz bait primarily. So, and hopefully we'll be able to get some here in the store sometime, but we'll see how that goes down the line. But what is the strongest? My rod and reel that I throw it on. I throw it on 7-foot medium heavy rod, 811 reel, and 15-pound P-line CXX.
There you go. You can throw it at school and fish. That's for sure. Absolutely. I like Kurt's response up there because it talks about moving baits while we're catching some here and there. There are some spots already after herring, but so many fry garters and post spawners right now that they're eating the brim.
Look, he's back.
Spawn. Hey, Naked Girl's back.
Stop jerking.
So Chasers in your dank wacky one. Naked HD XYZ. Stop jerking. Fine girl and woo. There you go. Apparently they're looking at what's on camera right now, and they're like, those are three guys right there that
great.
Really need.
It's the sausage part.
It's the sauce. Yeah, that's right. So, buzzbait is a great co-angler lure. That's good.
To answer Neil's question though, there's not really one that is indestructible anymore.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Can we talk about your tip on how to tune a buzzbait, how to break one down? Can we do that?
I guess.
I want to make a video of this. So Ryan comes in and goes, it's better for you to describe it. This is how Ryan breaks in a buzzbait. I love this idea. This is great. I don't know if it's legal, but it's great.
Cop ain't gonna pull me
I'm just
over.
curious if you. Yeah.
What is that?
No, listen to this. This is
I
pretty
know
cool.
what it is.
Mhm.
Take about this much line, give or take, a tie knot to my antenna, and then tie a knot to the buzzbait.
This is
And
on his truck.
It's dangling about this much or so. And as you start going down the road, the wind picks up the blades and it picked up like this. And as you're driving 60 miles an hour down the road, it breaks it in.
It breaks it. And you said it pins it back a little, makes a little. You know.
It actually drives the rivets into the bend of the wire and like it makes a spot in it where that rivet's just burning, and it just you go down the road and roll down the window and you can hear it when it's going to. That's what it sounds like.
But let me ask you this,
especially double blades.
There's always a first for everything.
Yeah.
How did you find out that tip?
I got told that by an old time guy.
So
he said, we used to go down to Oconee. We tie one on, we head down there to Oconee and all the way down to Oconee. We get there, cut it off, and tie it on the
somebody
rock.
driving by like, what the hell's that on his antenna?
Just a black, just a black buzz.
Do y'all hear something? What is that noise?
It's just killing me.
The sound effects for this guy. Hey, listen, honestly, you ought to work with him every single day, every single hook set, every single everything. Sheffield's got a sound effect for it. So I tried that. The blade broke. That might say something about the quality of the buzzbait that you had right there.
That might say something about more.
Transformers. Yeah, he's really good. So, but ever tried the buzzbaits with the plastic blades?
Prime.
How about Optimus? Do it again.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
He can sing, he can do voices, he can do everything. So there you go. It literally wore the hole out. So there you go, like that. But what about plastic?
Wore the hole out.
What about plastic blades?
I've never thought of buzzbait with plastic.
No, and
blades.
I don't think with the chatterbait that one either.
I ain't thrown that thing, so I'm gonna leave the jury out in my personal opinion on that little glass plastic clear bladed chatterbait.
You also can bend one of the blades and make it run left or right. That's true.
The stealth blade.
That is true. Do a bone
I
voice.
can't do a Bane.
Oh,
I
Bane.
can't do Bane.
Oh, I should let Bone for me.
I can't do
What's
Bane.
a Bone
I have to
voice?
practice Bane.
Who's Bane?
Bane. He's the villain in Batman. One of the villains. He's got the mask on.
Grab on his face.
I don't watch Batman, so I don't know. I'm old fart. I'm the old fart around here. Which end of Lanier has the better bite right now? Oh man,
probably middle.
Mid-lake.
I would say mid-lake. Neither.
Mid-lake.
There's no fish in
None of
Lanier.
the lake.
Upper. How about upper
Zero.
mid? How about upper mid?
The upper mid. Yeah.
Upper mid.
Whoa.
There you go. It's
That's
a little
the
bit of
juice
sauce.
right
It is a little bit of sauce. So, but that's what we've been hearing. I've been listening to guys coming in the store, and really those that are actually not having as tough of a
Prop
time
baits.
are fishing that way.
I love prop.
What are prop baits? Here's something.
Prop baits are awesome,
I
man.
got one that's worth slap out.
Hey, Ryan, tell them what.
Throwing that devil's horse.
If you were watching the live the other night, Ryan comes up. We come up to a dock, and Ryan's going to skip a dock. Now, Ryan, describe what you hooked up with in the dock.
I hooked up
This is funny.
a Walmart torpedo, single blade torpedo with about this much line coming off of it. Broke off up here with a
Like a half an ounce.
golly. I
There's
don't know if it was half or not, but it sunk to the bottom of the lake after I let it go.
The biggest split shot.
It was a
seen.
big split shot.
Somebody was experimenting with spy baits long before the spy bait come out like that. So it was a top water bait that was down, and they had skipped it up.
We're
under that
talking
dock.
one of these little Rebel little single blade on the back, cheap one, like the ones you 9 lures for $4.99 at Walmart.
Yeah.
It's got the grasshopper and the bumblebee and the
Right. That's
and,
it.
you know.
And so that's what he was skipping the dock, and he goes, "What's you set the hook, didn't you, or something?" Or
I said, I skipped underneath there, and I said, damn brim got my leg right there, and then I said, ain't no brim.
he pulled it under
I
his
was
ass.
bringing it out. I was bringing it.
He did. He goes, "Look what I got." So there's a picture. Actually, we got a TikTok on it with that. So Rebel. It might have been a Rebel.
It was something.
It was one of them little cheap though, 2-inch with the thing like
It
that.
was like
so.
a torpedo. It was something like a little torpedo. It's There's a TikTok of it though.
That's right.
It was
You
like
can
that
see
big
it.
though, and it had a split shot about right here. I was like, I don't know what's the purpose of
That
this.
split shot, yeah, like a torpedo, Georgia boy. But honestly, that split shot was a half-ounce split shot. I ain't seen one that big in a long, long time. So, actually, you can, what the hell?
It wasn't a head and torpedo, dude.
No, it wasn't head.
It was not a head and torpedo.
No, it was
something
off-brand.
way cheaper
It was
than
like
a head and torpedo.
it was like an angler's choice.
Yes, it was
something
Walmart.
like that. So
it was
definitely
Ozark.
I saw a comment with the plastic blades, and they were saying that you can work them a little bit slower or lighter because they're, I don't know. Paul had to go get him something to drink, so I didn't see it scroll up. But did you see that?
Yes. No.
No more spam bots. It was just something.
No! Speaking of the devil, we spoke into existence.
It's like a demon or
What
something.
in the heck is going on?
What is Josh looking up on this?
All right, listen. I don't know which one of you guys have got porn pulled up while you're watching this on something, but you guys stop. Anyway, so
You know
keep on
why?
going down.
It's because you keep talking about fishing naked.
That would be porn. That would
All
be
right, what do you,
porn. I don't even know where it was at. So you can go on down and we'll catch back up with.
what was it?
It was on up. So the devil's toothpick is a close second. I don't know what that is. Resist the devil and he will flee. That's right. There you go. So but anyway, back to the buzz. Plastic buzz baits are slower and have more of a soft purring instead of the metal clacking. The purrings, and that's why we're getting all that porn spam tonight, the purring and all that stuff. What's up, Eddie? How are you, buddy? So we're talking topwater and all that, and we're talking currently about buzz baits and stuff. I noticed buzz baits. I noticed not a lot of you guys. I'm glad you got your neighbor's gonna be able to get in the house there, Ron. So we haven't talked a lot about Sammys, and I know 10 years ago that was the rage. You know, everybody was throwing a Sammy.
I hate it.
Wow, you
Alright,
hate
so-
the Sammy,
I don't like it.
man.
And why not?
Oh.
I just don't like it.
Oh.
No real reason why. You just don't like it.
I'll throw a rover or a what's this other thing called?
Hey, Paul, if you brought the mouse around here, can you still scroll up?
Oh yeah, man.
Bring the mouse, bring the mic,
mouse around
and we
here.
can just leave it on the widescreen. Get in here and jump in on this.
Whatever this thing called. I fell in love with it.
I'm gonna go get me something to
I fell in
drink.
love
Sammy
with
is
it
the
last
goat.
year,
Sammy
but
is the
it's
goat.
like a Sammy. But
It's like a Sammy. No, it ain't. Ain't that?
But I don't
That
actually.
looks like a sexy dog.
I actually don't own a Sammy. I've thrown one, caught some fish on it, but I just don't like it.
Man, you gotta get that Sammy on fluorocarbon when you don't really know what you're doing.
that thing
It
has
doesn't go
multiple.
right.
This thing has multiple beads in it. That one does. I throw one knockers and the Vixen, the original Vixen, is a bait.
Oh, the original Vixen. That was a phenomenon
That's
when
the
those
goat.
first came on the scene.
That is one of the goats. But I don't know. I just Beasley says he likes the Sammy, but I just don't
I've
like.
been
I
throwing the
just
Sammy a
don't
bunch.
like it.
They love to jump over it too.
That's one of the reasons why I don't like it.
They don't eat it.
They don't eat
You're
it.
fine, man. You get to see them. Woo! Look at that thing.
That's
Oh,
that's
my.
been my experience with one.
Yeah, you can
Right.
follow. You can follow.
Plus, if you notice, other than a couple of baits, most of my baits that I throw, other than the small ones, there's something real important about most of my baits. If you pay attention, the majority of the topwater plugs I like to throw have 3 hooks.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
The majority of them, except for the smaller ones.
You just got to throw a 128 Sammy then. Get the saltwater boy out there.
Nah. Danny used the bathroom. You can hear it. Chug bug and a jitterbug. Yeah, I mean,
jitterbug.
Okay, somebody
But,
mentioned fishing topwater at night earlier.
Hell yeah.
The jitterbug.
I have so many of those. I don't know where they're from.
You want to go have some fun, you go to Burton in like June and go throw a buzz bait up there in that hellhole of blackness. You can't. Oh, you got to cast and you hope you hear splash. And when you hear splash, you start reeling immediately. And you can't see your bait. But when you get a bite, it hits the bank and it, and you don't even see the blow up because it's pitch black up there. It's like a hole. It's like a hole. And Danny's doing something back there.
Danny's going to try to produce.
He's going to try to produce.
He's thinking about producing.
These buzzbait, like putting on the wire and stuff. So that you really think that affects it? Like,
What?
really? Like, is it better to do that?
For what?
Putting the buzzbait on the antenna and spinning it and getting all worn in and all that and getting it rusty.
Yeah, man.
I can't tell you the last
Really?
time I done it.
Because I mean, I literally the best buzzbait bite I've ever had. I just took it out of the package and it was working, and
I can't tell you. I can't tell you the last time I done it. It's been 6 or 7 years ago, and I think we more did it as a joke because we were
like,
leaving the
I've
house and we
always
were like, "Let's
said-
roll up," you know.
I'll keep that thing on.
Yeah,
there.
Tim White. He said,
Yes, exactly. I went upstairs real quick. At 50, it don't take long.
and I
Hey guys, it's worth it.
and I always throw a soft plastic trailer
Ooh.
on the back of my buzzbait, and I always throw a trailer hook.
All right, listen. Before y'all go any further, we haven't talked about this, but it's got to be one of the best baits of all time. How come nobody throws jitterbugs anymore?
Because you
We
can't.
just talked about the jitterbug.
Fine.
You were,
When I was gone?
you were busy having old man bladder.
Okay, my
When's
bad.
the
I
last
love the
time you? When's
jitterbug.
the last time you seen an original one?
Not an original one. They got,
Jitterbug.
but I mean seriously,
You put the boom boom into
my heart. How about
so
the sing that?
old.
Are you ready to sing?
jitterbug into my brain. And it goes a bang bang bang.
These are so old.
Wake me up before you go.
All right, anyway, do we make you uncomfortable, Beasley?
Not, it's not. Like, I don't know.
It's not uncomfortable. What is it?
I don't know. I'm just. God, I want to go fishing. God.
You need a girlfriend.
Trailer hook turned down. I despise doing that.
What did you see that?
Raymond Wood said.
Now that
Shut it
is
down.
now
I'd be
listen,
afraid of hooking him in the tongue.
I
Or in the
just-
listen,
gills.
though, that
No,
is a
I-
O'Neill Williams. If you go back and watch the O'Neill Williams podcast I did,
Mhm.
that is one of his tips: is a trailer hook turning it upside down.
Ooh.
He says your catch. Now this is O'Neill Williams. I'm not. There's no scientific with me, but O'Neill Williams said that if you turn your trailer hook upside down, your catch ratio will go up. You have to
I
go
feel
back
like-
and watch that podcast, but he does
I
say
mean,
that.
You're way more likely to kill fish. At that
Yeah, I
point,
don't doubt
feel.
that, but I'd be afraid of
So
sticking
just
him.
went,
Yeah,
sticking 'em in
especially
the
for
tongue.
tournaments. I mean, you just can't.
We're secure, man. We're secure in our manhood. So there you go. But
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, don't do that. But
Yeah.
if you throw a buzz bait where I throw one, trailer hook upside down, you're going to be
Now-
it's going to be a black lab buzz bait. You're going to throw it and go get it. Throw it and go get it. Throw it and go get
That's
it.
true.
let me rephrase my statement. He was talking about spinner baits when he was saying about the trailer hook turned
That's-
upside
If
down.
I turn a trailer hook upside down on a spinner bait, it's going to be a black lab spinner bait. I'm going to throw it and go get it. Throw it and go get it.
Well, you throw yours in junk, so yeah, absolutely, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where you're supposed to throw
You
it.
got to throw a spinner bait in the junk.
Well, he did say that, but that's interesting that somebody at some point again, there was some guy that said, "Let me see if I can put this trailer
I
hook
like
upside
throwing it in
down."
the junk. You don't
I-
have to reel it.
That would just worry me.
When you
though.
throw it in the junk, if there's one in there, you don't even get to reel it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Set
But-
the hook.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
all right.
Mm.
You
Now-
want to mess up a day, you kill a big old fish from getting it hooked all up in the bottom
Yeah,
of the
dude, I
gills
don't
and all
know.
that. That's just, I mean, for some people, they don't care, but I mean, if it's a tournament, especially, because then you can't cull it, and it's always a 1-pounder, and you're like, well, I haven't actually killed a fish in a tournament, so I'm lucky
Oh,
about that.
dear.
But
It will happen.
That'll
It's
mess up
going
a
to
down
day.
happen.
the shovel.
It's going to happen.
That'll mess
It's
up
going
the
to
day.
happen. Everybody does it. So sometimes you just
Yeah.
can't
I
help it.
try my hardest, but I know it's just one of those things you can't avoid.
Let me ask you this: when you're throwing the buzz bait and do you target, like, let's say you're on blowdowns or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
How about boat positioning? Or you're going to cast it from one side, cast it from the front, cast it from the other side, or does the wind matter? Current? I mean, if you're throwing a buzz bait, say like on Lanier.
It depends upon where the fish are. When I start throwing one, I'll throw at the back of a blowdown and work it way out. If I keep getting bit on the end of a blowdown, then my first cast is going to be straight across the front of the blowdown where the end of the tree is. And if I don't get bit, then I'm going to throw back up there towards the bank. But my first cast is going to be straight at the front, straight ahead of the boat, bringing it straight back to the boat, and then going on.
What about you, Paul? Because you're going to approach it differently from a kayak.
Am I?
No, I mean, you're coming from a kayak, and so do you do the same thing? Is that exactly what I meant to say?
Approach a blowdown?
If you're throwing a buzzbait or something like that on it, do you? I mean,
like usually it would be kind of the deepest section first, and then get in there and really try to get it as close to the bank as possible and bring it down the length of that tree.
Right.
Gotcha.
Or if it's got, if depending on the tree too, if it's a tree that's got like big branches or a fork or whatever, you can really start to break it and pick at it.
And unlike a spinnerbait, never throw a buzzbait your first cast into the heart of a blowdown.
Okay, and explain why.
You want to try to get them to come out from the blowdown.
Yeah.
Instead of them getting it in the blowdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's really there's
to
really no other way of really trying to explain it. There is
That's a good
times
way
where
to
you have to
explain
throw it in the middle of the tree to get them to go, but you're going to lose more hardware
What's that, Farmer?
than you're going to get than fish. So I try to, if I've got a bunch of gnarly crap on the end of a pine tree that's laying in the water, I'm going to try to throw up there behind that stuff. And I'll actually, if anybody ever fishes with me or we watch me fish a buzzbait this year or whatever, one thing that I do, a lot of people throw it and reel it back, throw it and reel it back, throw it and reel it back. I actually turn the thing. So I'll throw it behind something and I'll bring it around, and I can't tell you how many times I've been bringing my rod this way and bringing it around a piece of structure, and about the time it goes like this, it starts to all of a sudden come back this way again. Like that,
or docks when you're going fast and you go and you're still going and it just pulls against.
And the only way to fish buzzbaits with the dock, if you're not throwing inside of them, is to throw exactly right beside one, and you need the blades hitting it down the side the whole time.
Now with the blowdown thing, I'm the exact opposite with where I start, because I want to go as shallow as possible, because there's so many times where I've thrown up there and then it just instantly just explodes. Like, I don't want to warn them that I'm there by throwing it across it and it kind of knows. Like, I want it to be a surprise right on it and then give it 2 cranks. And
I said if all my bites start coming in the end of the blowdown, then I'll only throw across the front of the blowdown first. But
it's interesting. There's many ways to approach it. It's interesting. You approach it one way, he does it the other, and I'm getting hung in the tree. So there you go. That's the third way. So I know, bless my heart. Buzzbaits along riprap and seawalls are underrated.
That's cool.
Absolutely. So working spooks under docks by changing twitches. Yeah. No,
working a buzzbait down the side of anything is awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, there's a lot of fun things in fishing. A lot of fun bites. But if you ain't ever thrown inside an old metal covered dock that ain't got no boat inside of it with a buzzbait and it hits back there and it's just underneath that dock, you swear to God it's a 5-pounder every time because it's so loud.
Yeah, no. You can actually steer buzzbaits under docks and stuff like that.
That's what I love to do. Like I was talking, because they always have that natural direction they're going to go, and that is the most fun.
And it's one of the reasons why steering is one of the reasons why I only throw a double blade.
Really?
Now, did you mention that earlier already? I think. I
don't think so.
Yeah. So
Ryan
likes throwing a double bladed buzzbait.
Smart, because I just always set up to the natural direction it's going to go. I just
half ounce, 3/8
to move towards the cover.
So is that more for the steering or more for the 2 blades?
A little bit of both.
So it does just track straight, right?
Yeah,
Naturally.
a double blade tracks straight.
All right.
Especially the one I throw.
Right. I mean,
some people hate the one that I throw. I don't really know why. I've won a couple $1,000s on the one that I throw, so it's hard for me to get away from that.
What about you, Paul? You got any preferences on the buzzbait?
I'm only just learning to really throw one. I throw what he throws.
Okay,
you gotta go Seminole in the spring. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
literally, you just.
I'm hoping to throw one on this river trip a little bit.
Ooh, I do it.
In that early morning.
Do it.
That's actually pretty interesting.
No one cares about skipping buzzes.
How about this? So 2 blades track straight because they spin opposite directions.
Yes, they do.
Very smart there.
Yes,
I did not know that.
Yes, they do.
Makes sense. So they would have to spin opposite directions. So they spin the same. If you're going off to the side, it spins, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So double buzzbaits. All right. So now listen, we're getting on into the summertime, and you and I have fished. I mean, I'm jumping into the future here, and we fished enough that I hear you talk about it. You will actually, a lot of people, the saying is throw top water early, throw top water late, but you will throw top water all day long
Mm-hmm.
when it's on. I
better
mean,
be.
you will commit to it just straight up, and
4
that's
p.m.
you're going to throw it all day long.
I don't care how many fish I have at 12 o'clock.
You're still going to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is that? What are you trying to do in the summertime that's different from like the late spring that we're in, early summer, when the heat's coming on?
I'll answer Neil's question here in a minute. That's a good question. It's just had too many times where this ain't got nothing, man. Roll up to the right spot. Damn, weigh in 30 minutes. And I got one. Get in the boat. All right. Throw it back out there again. I got another one right there. Another one.
This could be a good
Throw
one.
it back in there. Oh, we're fighting over. I got another number 3 right there. And then all of a sudden we go from 9 pounds to 15 pounds.
Right.
And it's
Is it just an experience thing that you've had it and you
Yes.
know that it's just a confidence thing? I'm going to throw this. They're going to hit it eventually.
Yes.
That's got to be a linear thing, though. Literally, it's so good at the very end of the day. I don't know why.
It's good at the end of the
the
day.
end of the tournament day. You're
it's-
like, I need these fish.
It's
and then
good
they
on.
show up.
It's good on Burton. It's good on Chatoog. It's good on Hartwell. How in the heck does he keep coming back?
No, I don't want to start that. I'm trying to block it.
Huh?
Block user.
How does he keep coming back?
We're getting botted, boys. There we go. That's all right, though.
We're too popular for our own good.
The biggest fish on Topwater statistically are caught between 12 to 2 p.m. apparently.
didn't surprise me.
Sure.
You know what? I got a book, and I'm going to bring
Sure.
it. No,
Book.
listen, I know.
But I have to read to be able to read a book.
That's right. But I ordered it. It is the secrets to catching big bass.
Is that Hannon's book? Or
No.
someone
It's by this other guy. But what he does is he studies Doug Hannon and 3 other guys.
else?
And he has all their statistics and when and time of day and the depth and all that they catch big bass. And I started reading it,
Can't get over its name.
and I
It's so
XYZ.
bad. It's so bad.
it is bad. So, but anyway, I'm gonna bring that one day, and we're gonna go over some of that stuff in that. How about Neil Scoggins? How do you tune a double buzzbait after it's been messed up?
Ooh.
All right, so a lot of people come in there and they say, "Damn, my buzzbait's all tore up," and then they go over here and they start going, "Woo!" Trying to demonstrate. No. First thing you need to do is turn that thing up right here where the lead head is. Turn it, look at it with the hook, and look at the middle of the wire. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your blade, or you're gonna take the wire that comes up. And a lot of people think that a buzzbait wire needs to be straight. It does not need to be straight. Absolutely not. It needs to have a little bit of a turn up, just like this. So you got your head, you got your skirt or your toad or whatever the heck you're throwing on the back of it. You got it coming back just like this. The hook's coming up just like so. And you've got your wires going to come up just like this. Then on a double blade, a lot of times what happens is they get it, you set the hook, big old spots fighting, largemouth, whatever, and you're, oh my God, and jump in and stuff.
Thanks, David.
And then you get it up in the boat, take it out, throw it in the live well, or throw it back, or whatever you're doing. And then you grab your buzzbait, and the wire, your line is around the wire, and your line is up underneath here, and you knots inside out, turn around and backside. So fix your line, get all that stuff. The first thing you're going to do is make sure that wire is straight. Turn it around, make sure it's straight in line with the hook when you're looking at it just like this.
You're talking about your main body wire.
Use your main body wire. Then after you make sure that it's straight and it has a slight kick up just like so, you're going to turn it to the side right here and turn it around, and you're going to look at it. Okay, so if one blade, for example, is higher than the other, then the buzzbait, the double blade, is going to track one way or the other and be weird, and it's not going to run right. So first thing you're going to do is take them and you're going to straighten them out to where they're even across the front. So you can take your and run them.
You're talking about the arms that go out.
Talk about
there
the
now.
arms that come out with both the blades on them. You're
Right.
going to make sure that's even, and you're going to make it look like a table.
Like
I
this.
guess you got flat right here with 2 legs.
Like
coming
that
in.
kinda.
Yes, like that. Exactly.
I can't really. You might
Like-
can see it. But
like that. So you're going to do that.
this is the arms coming out.
After that's straight, then you're going to turn it to the side right here. If you're too far forward, the buzzbait's going to slide right underneath the water. If it's too far back, it's going to high rise and it's going to way up high. You're just going to kind of pull it back, take it right here beside your boat, throw it right behind your boat, bring it right back right here. Yeah, it's tracking good. Or, oh no, it needs to go back or something like that. And that 2 little tips with that is how you know whether or not you need to take your frame and go this way or this way.
How much play do you have? I mean, does it have to be exact on both sides, or can you have a little bit of play?
No, it don't have to be like dead nuts perfect. We're not
Dead nuts.
we're not USACE over here.
I have no idea what that
United
is.
States Army Corps of Engineers.
Oh, okay. There
Well,
you
it
go.
don't need to be
There you
nuts
go.
for them either.
No, yeah, exactly
So,
right. You brought up a good thing in your comment about buzz baits. How about skirts and or the frog? A lot of people are going to the frogs and the horny toads, and even Kitech swim bait style soft plastics on the buzz baits. Now I know you like to throw
Once the
horny toad
double
out.
arms or foo bar, throw it away, unfortunately.
Okay, no, there you go. So I have an old buzz bait that has
That
holes
is the
drilled
problem
through
with
the
throwing
blade.
buzz baits and spinner baits,
And it's
wire
deadly.
baits. So
Yeah, and it's deadly. Don't remember the name.
holes drilled through the blades and it's deadly. I don't
Interesting.
remember the name. It is probably a hog collar.
What does the holes through the blades?
It just allows the water when it goes through, and once you watch it, the blade and it's coming and it actually spits water up like a little fountain. Whee, come through there, like, and you can actually see the water like spitting up outside.
What kind of buzz bait do you use?
A Accent Lures B2 buzz bait,
Accent Lures B2.
quarter, 3/8, and half, depending upon situation,
Okay.
depending upon the bait.
All right, there you go. What is that one from Tyler right there that you were you get
Cavaton, yeah, that's,
dead nuts
that
accurate?
could
I
be
got
what
some
it
real
is,
bad.
too.
Yeah, the core. Yeah, they're not. How about this? If you're using a skirted
Well,
buzz
they were
bait,
assholes to us at the gear shop. Anyway,
speed crawl is that's a good one. That was where I was going. If you're using a buzz bait with a skirt, always a trailer.
I always do.
How about and a extra hook,
Yes, trailer hook. Yes.
trailer hook? All right. When would you switch over to just a horny toad or something like that? Does it depend on the lake you're fishing? Or just time of
I
year?
personally, I don't throw a buzz bait with a horny toad on the back. If I'm gonna throw a buzz bait, I throw a buzz bait. If I'm gonna throw a horny toad, I'm gonna throw a horny toad.
How about either one of y'all?
I mean, I usually just go regular skirt with just any little trailer on the back, Kitech, cut off the tail, something like that.
How about you?
Don't do it enough.
Don't do it enough, and I don't either. But I have noticed a lot of guys in the electric world have
toad's
switched over
good.
to the toad
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I can see like Ryan, I do know he never throws. If he's going to throw a toad, he just throws a toad
Mm-hmm.
like that. What would be the advantage one way or the other? Or is it just a comfort thing?
The advantage to throwing a buzz bait with a horny toad or a ribbit on the back is the fact that you can take that buzz bait and you can skip it under stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really skip a buzz bait.
Oh,
But
okay,
if you
Tyler.
take the,
Yep,
but
there
if
you
you
go.
take the skirt off and you slide a horny toad or a ribbit underneath there, and all of a sudden that buzz bait that's a quarter ounce all of a sudden weighs a little over half, 5/8, and it skips really, really well.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense to me. What is the most overrated topwater bait on the market? The most overrated, overhyped topwater bait on the market.
You know what? I mean, it pains me to say this. At this point, it might be a whopper plopper.
Well, it don't pain me to hear it, but I mean, I know it can catch fish.
But no, I think
But
it's
with the hype
a
and
good. I think it's a good bait. I think it catches a lot of fish, but I just kind of.
The hype of it is insane.
I think the hype train maybe has
Yep,
exceeded the
Tim.
hype.
Yeah, Tim, whopper plopper.
Like,
Yeah, because all of a sudden everybody was throwing it. It was like the hot bait. Everybody's throwing it because, and I asked that because, and I brought it up on the show a million times. I don't see what's wrong with the old school floating Rapalas that you would just jerk down a little bit, jerk bait, and let it rise back to the top. Because as I was growing up, them things would
It still works.
Yeah, but nobody throws them. It's not cool.
do you still?
Do you?
Yeah. I haven't thrown it on Lanier yet, but if I was fishing, I
Still
throw it.
work.
I throw it at Latham.
Still work.
I throw it at Latham. But no, it's not. It's kind of like spinnerbait, the spinnerbait chatterbait, debate. They're both good baits, but one is like I think the chatter. Huh? What?
I mean, it's not like they're just different. They're so different.
What, spinnerbait and chatterbait?
Yeah.
They are, but guys have given up spinnerbaits to throw chatterbaits exclusively, and you got other guys that throw spinnerbaits that say, I ain't throwing that chatterbait.
Honestly, I think it's a lot more people saying that. Like, I see so much spinnerbait fishing still, and there's so many people that say spinnerbaits are going away and all that, and that young people don't throw them. I see them so much, and I see them talked about so much. I'm like, it doesn't really seem like they're going away all that much. It's
Okay.
kind of like somebody said it, and now it's like a trend. Even though I honestly see spinnerbaits more than chatterbaits.
You know what? And so, Ron, I'm not alone on the whopper plopper. That I was gonna say.
I was like,
Scarce fish.
it's funny that I'm the one to say that because I love to throw one.
No,
I think it's
so good.
It's a brutal bite when you get it. They're super fun to throw, but like the hype at this point, I think probably exceeds the
plopper.
the delivery. That's
Yeah.
a chapo,
That's a
probably.
chapo.
Whatever works.
But it's a
The
whopper
the chapo.
But again, I think you're right in that when something comes out that's new, everybody's got to have it. But Jeremiah made a good point. It is caveman proof. It's what Josh likes to call
You
things.
throw it and reel it back.
Yeah, caveman proof. Anybody can fish a whopper plopper.
Yeah.
The old school Rapala around the shad spawn is very good, but they are so hard to throw because they're light too, and all that. But
Well,
man,
it's just a chunk of balsa wood. There's no meat to it.
I caught a ton of fish growing up on them things. So the key word, Paul, when you get the bite.
When
It's on
Yeah.
whopper plopper. It's vicious when you get the bite.
Because I expect to get a bite when I throw one. Like,
That's exactly right.
that is the goal.
It's productive enough that I usually have
you
some
don't
success.
Exactly, you
like
don't exactly go throw a whopper plopper. So I'm gonna go throw a whopper plopper and hope I get a bite.
Yeah.
I mean,
you throw a whopper plopper and be like, gotta get a bite on this. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
How about this?
that's the thing is like they eat it, but the hype has outstripped the
Right.
delivery.
Right. I agree with that. And also too, Ron said something about hooking it up. I've heard a lot of people say, I can get bit on a whopper plopper, but I can't get a hookup, or my hookups are not as good. I've heard people say that. Listen, I don't throw the thing.
Not a problem I've had.
Not a problem you've
I'm
had.
gonna tell you what I do with a whopper
Troubles
plopper.
there.
It's
Murder it.
it's the only bait other than a buzz bait and a horny toad and a frog that I do. When I get a bite on a whopper plopper, by God, I let it rip, dude.
Hammer them.
You're crossing the
I
eyes.
cross their eyes, man. I mean,
Right.
I don't care.
1 out of 1,000 casts. It's like a muskie bait. Well, that might be it. Now, how about this? I've seen, and I mentioned it.
But that
too.
is fact.
What is that?
That is fact.
What?
You go throw a whopper plopper, you're not. You get
Minutes,
that.
or-
You ain't. They ain't
If
no-
you're throwing one of the
there
big
ain't
boy
no. I
size
hope it
ones, yeah.
keeps. There's no. I hope it keeps.
Oh, okay. I got what you. It will eliminate smaller fish. What is
Yeah,
that?
no, if you're
Georgia
throwing
boy
the
for?
chapo, like a 100 or a 130 plopper,
How did you do
like,
today, Georgia boy, on that? He
Yeah.
threw an old Rapala floating minnow today on Hartwell. I'd be interested in
that's a big bait for big fish.
because that's just one of the classic all-time top 10 baits, if you ask me, in the history of baits. If you're
Shad
ranking
Rap.
them, Shad Rap's a good one. It catches some big crappie, don't it?
I seen it.
Seen it.
You know what? Jason caught a
seen
crappie as big as
Yeah.
when you caught the other night on. We went
Nice,
to another
dude.
night. Yeah, we can get the back. Brian almost had a couple monsters.
Yeah.
It was close. It was very close. What's up, Facebook user?
I had about
Hit me your name. Tell us who you are.
I had about 7-8 pound largemouth chase me all the way back to the
We thought he
boat.
was getting ready to get hit, and it just turned the way.
It
at the
nudged
last
it.
minute.
It came up and literally goes
What?
with it.
Yeah.
I felt it.
What
I
about
was like,
what about this with the
God.
whopper plopper? I've heard it's dumb. It's easy to reel in, but I've seen a lot of people rip it, stop, rip it, and stop.
Heck yeah.
Have you tried that?
I've never done that.
Yep.
One
Okay.
person I've seen do it. One of the only times I went fishing with a different person. LJ, Mr. LJ Harmon got up there. And
He made you cast a whopper plopper
No, I
for him?
didn't. I did. He did. And man, I'm expecting all
Green
this
light,
drop
Jeremiah.
shot and all that. Man, just chokes his wild pop brother.
I think Farmer works it that way.
I did not expect that.
I
If you got some chop on the water and you're like bombing brush piles or something,
Yep.
I think it helps to give
All
it
right.
a couple.
It's not even
rips.
that. We were fishing shallow.
And that's a hell of a leadway into this. What kind of water conditions are the best for topwater?
when they come up
Yes.
and eat it.
Yes.
Okay, when do you have more success in choppy water? Wind?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if it's just ice? I mean, just smooth as all get.
The only thing you do is you change your bait.
Okay, so if you're coming up and the lake is crystal smooth, clear, everything right now, no wind whatsoever, flat, calm, what are you throwing?
I
I
like
like Topwater.
No shit. I'm gonna slap you right in the back of the head.
Got him.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I like a walking bait that doesn't spit. I like a super spook or something like that.
On calm
On
days.
calm.
How about you, Paul?
Redfin.
Redfin on calm days. How about you?
That's the same thing. I mean, we're talking to something
Yeah.
that puts out a V.
Yeah.
Something
More
not,
of a wake
not a
bait
gun,
kinda?
Yeah.
not a gun fish. You go there and there ain't
Yeah.
nothing. You throw that thing out there and ain't nobody around. It's all you hear is up there while it's walking.
Makes
No,
sense.
you throw it up there and the only thing you can hear is
So more subtle.
Yeah.
from that.
So
Right.
Yeah.
smooth,
Yeah.
calm water,
Something
more
that's
subtle,
even Seville, reeling it fast. Just make sure it's up there. You can
more of a wake style.
because I mean that wake is so prominent whenever it's like really calm. You can see that wake go out and they really like it. Then you
Okay.
see the other wake
Dude,
come in. and just-
Good call, Tyler.
I'll hold it down. I'll hold it up. I don't care. It don't matter. It all depends upon situation.
Okay. So then it's calm all morning. Now we got about a 5-10 mile an hour wind, a little more ripple on the water, not a ton. We're not totally blowed out Lake Lanier South End in the middle of Saturday, but
in the middle
more
of Saturday.
in the middle of Saturday, but more of a, a nice little breeze, kind of like we had the other night. You switch over to
Gunfish, chug bug, Seville.
okay. What about you, Paul?
I'd probably still give that redfin a shot, but if that wasn't it, I'd probably go to like a Sammy style walker, something
Okay.
that's got a knocker in
All
it.
right. What about you?
I'm gonna go to a pencil popper kind of deal.
I'm a skimmer on a calm day, a jackal wake bait, and then I like calm water. I throw a Johnny Rattler. All right, Ron Swinford flat calm is popper or horny toad time, and if they will chase, go with the toad. So my favorite semi top water is a buka bait. Now, yeah, buka shad. Yeah, you
Oh,
get that
yeah.
right under there.
And you throw the bull herring.
Mm.
It's
Do you have a bull herring?
I got something similar. Yeah, I got something similar in another box. This is my favorite bait to throw. It's similar to a chug bug. This is my favorite bait to throw when it's rolling out there, and I can't get them to bite a spitting bait.
What is that?
This is a Boeing. I can't remember what the name of it is. It was a popper. You can go to Boeing Lures.
B-O-I-N-G.
Boing.
Boing.
And when you chug
Okay.
this thing, as you pull, as you rip it and chug it, it goes, and then it sits there like that.
And it's got that vibration rattle.
Mm,
So you're letting the water vibrate it,
Yes,
giving off a frequency to attract the fish.
something like that.
There you go.
it's like a drop shot. Just letting it sit there. and
How
dance.
about this?
Yeah.
Let's say,
And that thing's heavy.
do any of you guys,
throw it?
I don't feel it.
do any of you
That's kinda
guys,
cool.
and I'm going to start with Beasley on this, and then we're going to go around.
Uh-oh.
Let me do this question real quick for templates. What about bouncing a fluke across the top of the water?
Ready for some new hooks on that.
And
Do
hey,
it.
Naked's back. Naked HD's back.
Who
That is
is
cool.
this guy?
I don't know. They ain't got nothing to do over there, and you'd think they got enough stuff doing in Europe. It's probably something over there that should be busy with stuff.
Did he get
My
another one?
gosh.
Yeah, they're all over the
God.
place. You can only block that like user so many
Man.
times. Yeah.
Oh, it's because it's already blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Man, you haven't caught fish.
Man, ain't you supposed to be beating up on Ukraine?
That's what I'm saying. Ain't y'all busy over there? Now, how about
Go
this?
Ukraine.
The paint job on that thing is, and it's
Look at
Boston.
the hooks.
It's Boston.
Well, it's been around. How about this?
All right.
Do you always, sometimes, or never change the hooks on a brand new topwater bait?
I changed the hooks on everything.
On everything. What do you go with?
instantly. Gamakatsu, the G Finesse hooks are pretty good. Either that or the owner's
Gee,
wire.
finesse.
What about you, Paul?
Depends on the bait.
Okay, what baits do you not change?
Ooh.
ones that are good out of the pack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are those? I
Like
mean,
my River to Sea, I think puts a pretty good hook on out of the
Yeah,
package.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been happy.
That's
with
one of the
those.
first ones I changed.
Do you think
What?
would you whopper ploppers probably
Really?
stick more people?
Yeah.
Like
even
Really?
in the shithole, huh? Good Lord.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys. Y'all just have to read what we're reading on this.
I've been happy with River to Sea. I've been
This is unreal. Who is this person?
This is a bot.
It
It's
is
gotta
a bot. Definitely a bot.
Be.
That's horrible.
They do it on our live.
Must be from Alabama. What's up, Ben Holiday? How are you, buddy? Oh me, there we
Lord.
go. We didn't say nothing about sisters, but
Dude,
all right.
this is like our
2 tickets to Pound Town. That's exactly right. You know, we're gonna get demonetized, and I haven't even done anything tonight. So I leave the evergreen hooks alone. okay?
Evergreens are ones you don't
Evergreen
really-
Evergreens
does
are
make
bad.
good hooks.
They're good hooks out.
Make
Um,
them,
How about this? Which baits do you change? Is there a specific one, like, they just got crap hooks? No matter what.
The cheaper it is off the shelf, the more likely I am to put new hooks on it.
I mean,
Super spook.
Beasley was making fun of me, but those are brand new for this year. I mean, I swap them out.
You do swap hooks out
but
all the
I
time,
just
yeah.
haven't swapped the hooks and split rings
Yeah.
out yet. But I mean, I never.
That's
I
the
don't
loose
throw
spot.
any. I don't really throw any top water bait at all without a tail feather.
That was my next
No.
question. How many of you had
So I thought
tail
that was the
feathers?
thing you were going to mention earlier when you were talking about paying close attention to those baits because like, they've all got a dress treble.
They all do.
And then you swerved me and were like, they've all got 3 trebles.
How about this though? How about
almost.
this? Do you go with the tail feathers on all of your top water? Some of them, or what?
I almost never do.
Some, but
So
not
you're
all.
never.
Almost
Ryan
never.
is. I know Ryan for
I
sure.
don't want to throw one.
Some, but not all.
Which ones would you not?
I like it on a popper.
I just
I've got some wake baits that I've thrown with one, and I haven't really found that it's like increased my hookup ratio or I've gotten more bites or
Zero
whatever.
minnow seems to be one, whereas they kind of like
Where they like it a lot.
it's
It doesn't make a
it really
difference.
doesn't- I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, because
I just
Okay.
I think if I was to add flash, I would be more like
oh god,
Red front hook. There's
if I was to add
That's-
flash, I'd almost rather do it to the belly hook to get them T-boning the bait instead of
Don't
hitting
even get
the
me
back.
So
started
so
on
look
the
at
red hooks on.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
never been a red.
Look
hook
at
guy.
red hooks on flukes and stuff like that.
No,
okay,
that's the red hook
I
thing's legit.
understand on a top water, dude. They ain't stirring it.
What about Tim goes, I must really be old school. The only bait that I ever swap hook straight out of the package is a bomber long A.
I've
Okay. Are any
had
of y'all
too many
using
bend out.
electronics or live bait or live scope to fish top water?
Beasley.
Beasley does on
You
everything.
can't- I was trying to catch it. You guys got me thrown off because I was trying to catch
Oh,
a
it's
mon-
our fault. Wait,
No,
wait
no.
a second.
No,
It is our fault, Ryan.
It
We
is-
threw him off.
It's absolutely no, but because you're like, hey, let's just go
Casey
here.
Red Line or
Looking at the
bust?
juice spots.
He's like, let's go
That
here
little
and
baby.
catch a bunch of fish.
Baby buka.
And yeah,
No, we're giving you a hard time. But do you use it for top water?
yeah, you can.
Like if you're over a brush pile and you're going to toss over the brush pile, you
a
can
lot
watch
of
them
times
come
you
up.
just can't, or you're
She
throwing
got freshly
so
repainted.
far that you can't see them on live scope.
Right.
Like
the
because you
tail,
can get that
too,
live
dude.
scope to hit far
Yeah.
away, but you can throw top water so much.
What do we got in
farther.
your hands right there, Paul?
Is that?
It-
Let me see.
I don't think it's
that's
it's not a legit.
Can you tell what
estimator.
the last fish I caught on this thing was?
No.
Look at that hook.
Oh,
What is with the hook?
Big old spot.
Big old spot.
did this
It's fresh
start
hook.
life as an S waiver and somebody did
Yes.
some work?
Yes.
Nice, dude.
Yes.
Very cool bait.
Yes.
Speaking of
So you pulled the pin on this. You opened the joint up some. New
Mhm.
tail.
A little bit of modification.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about this? How many
Oh,
modifications?
Shout out to
Very cool.
Shout out to Ralph Young for painting that. By the way, if he's
Okay.
watching,
That's
What
pretty
is it?
cool.
What bait is
it's
that?
an S waiver.
It's an
S
S
waiver,
waiver.
okay.
It's an
It's
S
a 168 waiver.
That's actually really cool.
I love that paint job, dude.
Thanks,
That's a really
actually
sweet
really
looking bait.
crazy.
Hold it up into the camera there for people to see.
There's the juice.
That's
Well,
it.
you can't really.
Yeah, but it
yeah.
is an S waiver.
It's really cool. S waiver, different tail, soft tail,
Yeah.
softer. S waiver tail, soft.
We'll have to talk
very
about how
hard
you did
soft.
that soft tail, dude, because I want to.
I talked to Ralph Young.
You got
I'm ready to make the switch right now, dude. I like that.
He talked to. He dressed it up for me.
There's no pins in there. It doesn't look like. Oh yeah, there are. They're
There
just
are pins
clear.
in there. They're clear.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
How about
actually.
this? What is your favorite popper?
That's actually really cool.
E-Pop 80. I love it.
Yeah.
They don't make my favorite
That's
popper
crazy.
anymore.
E-Pop 80
I
is
like
yours.
Yeah, they don't make my favorite one
What
anymore.
about you, Paul?
I'm partial to a bubble walker right now.
Bubble Walker. Who
Bubble
makes that?
That's River to Sea.
River to Sea. All right. What about you?
Popper?
Yeah.
Whatever the Rico.
Okay, so that's where Tyler said Rico.
Yeah, Ricos are really, really good. I like
Okay.
those.
All right. What is? I mean, I guess if you want to go, we talked about the buzz baits. What everybody likes to throw like that.
Oh
What
my god.
what's that? Man, I love it, boy. They're on tonight. Look at that.
But
They are
they juked
you're
you up.
earning it tonight.
Yeah, they really are.
I'm serious. So
Yeah,
a
Rico.
lunker punker.
Dude, how is there always the second post?
It's like, we're gonna show that guy. We send it twice. We send it twice.
Hello, welcome to the
The Rico is undefeated. Okay. Have any of you threw the
Lunker Plonker.
the new, let's see, best popper evergreen OB popper or an old school,
Yeah.
and you switch to old school P70 popper, but they are hard to find.
There you go.
Okay. If you could only pick one topwater bait of any type for the rest of your life, for the rest of your life, you could only throw this one topwater bait of any
Dang.
make.
I'm torn
any-
between a plug and plastic.
Okay, but you got to pick one.
Whoa.
You only get one.
Hi-yo.
You only get one. What you throwing, Paul?
Gunfish is not bad. For
Gunfish?
farmer. No, I'm not talking for me. The farmer said
Probably like a Sammy style walking bait. Either that classic or maybe like the big boy, like a 100 size one.
the
See you, Tyler.
I feel like I can make that do the most stuff.
yeah. I can see.
Okay.
For
well,
me, it's got to be either like that Gunfish 117, more pencil popper, or the smaller evergreen. Because the big one's good, but it's sometimes
you
just
got
a
to
little
pick
too
one.
much.
Got to pick one.
I'll get a smaller evergreen.
Smaller evergreen. All right, Ryan, what you throwing? Because you throw a lot of different topwaters, so but you can only pick one. What do you guys out there? Pop
Yeah, I kind of want to like
Pops
change my vote
a
already.
P7. You can okay, change it if you want.
No, I'm
P70
good.
Pop R would be the one for Ron. There's a couple of votes on that right there, so evidently that's definitely a good one.
On Lanier, the problem is Lanier and everything would probably be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No matter where you go for the
Anywhere-
rest of your life,
Anywhere in the country.
Evergreen.
Anywhere in the country, if I
Yeah.
can only throw one thing and not throw anything else, top water wise,
right?
horny toad.
A horny toad.
Yeah.
Weightless horny toad.
Yeah.
Okay. Pop R fluke or Pop R / fluke. Yeah. If I could only have one topwater bait, it'd probably be the Rico. Spits, walks, pops. I can't see over his head right
That's a
here.
good one.
Goes fast without blowing out. Fish is aggressive and subtle and gets great distance. I mean, can't argue. He's got his idea.
I mean, because
simple.
you can throw a spinning run, just get it out.
What's the best way to work the cast OG? From Guy B.
Throw it out there, reel your slack in and rip it
Rip it and reel. too.
and reel
Yeah.
and
Repeat
rip it again
and repeat.
Wait.
Rip it turn your rod on the other side of the
I'm
boat
saying.
and rip it again.
So you're trying to get an erratic action out of it.
You're trying to get that thing to go and then again. It's-
Last fall, I got one, and I'm like, "What's all the hype about with this one?" And I freaking walk that thing, dude. They go. It's the craziest walk ever, and it works. It was crazy, but it works.
Who has tried the Depths Buzz Jet?
Oh, that thing! God, I want to. I just don't want to.
What?
Like it's.
Are you pulling out the down under?
It's depth, so it's got to be.
Have-
I've never thrown that. And I
Have you
want
been to the
Ooh,
land down under?
Okay.
That's custom, isn't it?
On herring lakes, I would pick a shower blow
That's a
105.
banger, dude.
Oh, that's really cool.
They're one of a kind.
What's up, Brian? How are you tonight, buddy? A little late, but better late than never. You probably been the one throwing all them bots at us tonight, right there. He'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, so what Paul's got
Yeah,
in his
shower
hand right
blow
now is a
105.
cast down under. Now, but it's different than your typical popper in that
Oh.
dives. That is made to dive down. Some correct?
How does this sit when it's in the water? I haven't seen one.
Kinda like this.
I've never worked.
It's
out
it, yeah,
in
it's
it.
it. So it
like
dives.
here.
No, it's the other way.
Okay, so
Yes,
here.
it's like that.
But when you pull
Okay,
it,
so that's how you get the pop.
you get
Yeah,
that
it goes-
pop down.
It actually goes and goes and comes back
Really?
up again.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
That's cool.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's not your typical
But
popper.
you gotta have a pretty stiff backbone to get that down under to work the way you need it.
Do you rip it kind of the same
If,
way?
if Franco, I don't know.
I
I
prefer
don't know if
elevators.
Franco's
Elevators
watching
for
tonight
hangers.
or not, but Franco could probably tell you a little bit better. The rod that I thrown it on was a
Wasn't
7.4
swap
medium
between
heavy
them.
with an extra fast tip, and the reason why was because that was the only way I could get that thing to
Blow down.
come down.
That's really
Now
cool.
it's balsa too, right?
I don't know what's that.
I think they are balsa under.
I know the casts are balsa.
Yeah.
Those OGs are balsa.
OGs
I
are-
think they're all
down
balsa
under's
baits.
probably balsa too. So
But yes, but it works a little bit different.
I know
Instead
they
of
got
popping
about
it
a
on
quarter
top,
inch of. I know when we painted those, I know every one of them got like a quarter inch of freaking clear on them.
well, that's for the saltwater.
Yeah,
teethy fish.
that gives them to their.
Hold that up again.
That-
if you notice too, the line tie on the down under, and they might
Let me
can't
get
see
it.
it goes all the way through as well. So there's no so on the back that line tie goes all the way through, and the reason they designed it that way is again
bone.
it's
That's
it's a
not
saltwater. It
bone,
comes
that's
from
black pearl.
the saltwater world, and the fish all out there got teeth.
Yeah.
So when
That's
the balsa,
really sick,
so if you
dude.
hook onto
Oh,
a fish
he wheeled it down, dude.
and the balsa
He
breaks,
sandblasted it.
your hook tie, you do not, you still have that security in the that wire runs all the way
Such
through the
a
bait.
cool bait.
It is a cool bait.
Such
It is
a
a cool bait, but they're different. And people I've noticed. Okay, so the cast, the ones that love it, and everybody else says I can't work it. I don't know how to work it. So I think it's a confidence bait too.
You
like
do
that.
whatever you please until they buy it. I mean, you can do a lot with that. At least because I've had the 40. I haven't thrown the 30 yet, and you can do so much to it.
I'm gonna leave the 40 in the box.
All right, so the prop baits are overlooked top waters around the brim spawn, and no one needs to know that. Right now, the brim spawn's getting ready to happen.
Yeah, I've heard of.
So how about this? Every one of you are pulling up, no matter kayak, boat, whatever, on from the bank, and you see brim beds, bass are present.
Swim.
What top water are you throwing? You only can go top water. What are you throwing there?
Popper.
And you switch it over into brim colors, or like on Lanier, do you stick with your herring style colors? That's a good question because the two different looking fish.
I've never really looked into popper color too hard, except other than chrome and bone or white.
What's up, Kevin? What about a weed wing? A spoon with a spinning blade and a pork chunk on the hook. Great for sparse grass
So
and
like
pads.
a snagless Sally kind of.
Very much sounds like a Snagless Sally or the new Picasso that they ripped
Snagless
off.
Sally.
Snagless Sally.
Sally.
Hey, well, our new lure. That's a damn Snagless Sally. Ain't nothing wrong with a head and torpedo. And
you're about to have a Barday sighting. And
Barday's fishing on Alatoona right now.
His spider sense is
His
tingling
spider-
right now.
Somebody said something about Picasso. Small double prop brim. Is that what it is? Brim color. Yeah, but like on Lanier, everybody throws it. Do you? I know you said you don't change. You stick with your. What about you, Paul? Do you change colors up to match the brim?
Yeah, I'd swap up to something a little more kind of green yellow than just traditional. But I don't think it makes a huge difference. It'd probably make me feel better
White.
more so than catching the fish.
The Roland Martin flying lure, though. Yeah, absolutely right. Huh?
Because it goes back up under the.
Yep. Jitterbug black. See, yeah, there's finally. See, Brian's my age. That's why I know jitterbug. It might be an old thing, but that's what we grew up throwing. Okay, how about this before? Because we're getting late. We haven't even talked about top water at night.
Top water at night.
Does top water come into play at night?
Jitterbug.
Yes.
Now that's when, it looks nothing like a Snagless Sally. I'll bring one out of production now. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah, get in the Facebook and post some pictures if you can.
absolutely, yeah. No, I'd like to see what you're talking about because I caught a lot of fish on a Snagless Sally growing up too. But nighttime, I know you like throwing spinner baits and stuff at night. But let's say you're gonna throw top water at night. Does it come into play as much? And if so, what are you throwing? Or even if it don't come into play as much, what are you throwing at night? I know striper guys like throwing that big long A bomber.
Yeah, the pink long A.
Pink long A. Or do you do that much top water at night? Is it even in your, unless you're around lights?
I've thrown buzz baits and stuff and caught fish on them at night, but it seems to don't get bit as good anymore.
Something it used to do a lot better.
It
Now it
used to do
doesn't.
pretty good, and I haven't really had much success on buzz bait at night in the past couple of years.
Let's just say I got access to a place that a lot of people don't. But buzz baits at night are really
Well, that's where we
good.
go.
We need to go there. We'll throw buzz
That's
bait
what
all
we
night
would
like
do.
that. So I like a popper at.
We would throw a black War Eagle, big old blade one. The gurgler.
I used to throw. I had a black Sammy, and I would walk across the street to Latham and throw it at night on the flat right there.
Oh,
I don't
spot
care.
burned.
I don't care. I mean, I did that 15 years ago.
You told me we were going to do that last summer.
I'll get y'all.
Spot burned.
That's a whole lot. That's at night. Nobody can fish it. There's cameras there unless you're me.
Nobody
I'm just
can fish it.
But do you think it's because Lanier? You fish mostly Lanier. It's a bigger
Legal.
lake, whereas Latham is a smaller lake. Does that have anything to do with why it still works over there?
Maybe, I don't know. The last time I actually caught multiple
want that
fish at
color.
night on top water, not around the light, was on Burton.
On Burton?
Mm-hmm.
and it gets dark on Burton.
It gets black as sin.
That's dark. So there you go, right there. So I want to go with you.
Oh, you
guys.
can't
I
see
need
your
to go
hand
there.
in front of your face.
That's crazy.
No, I can believe
I mean, you really do.
What makes Burton so?
Because there ain't no light up there.
But like, you got all those
No people.
boat houses.
They don't have light. They don't turn their lights off. Them people
Yes.
them people ain't millionaires for no reason.
it. They say that.
They say
saving that power
saving that money, dude.
That's great.
But yeah, but you
We're
think
not
that,
trying to light the whole neighborhood, Beasley.
yeah.
No, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't really know. Honest to God, I don't. I can only think of about
Black
5
Sunday.
docks on Burton that actually have like floodlights on it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time somebody talks about Burton tonight, they all say the same thing.
Oh,
It's dark.
It's black as sin, dude.
Unless you got a full moon, it
That's
is.
so
I
weird
said you
to
go
me.
throw buzzbait or something at night on Burton. It's fun because you. Oh, I hit the water.
Oh, I hit the water.
And then and
I
if you hear woo and it
Clank.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know how many I throw down. I'm listening for the water. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm on the
Ruh-roh.
That's I love.
It's usually you get that shot that like you know that it's sailed, and you're
Yes.
just like, oh no,
yes, that is me. So
when I
30
get-
feet up in a tree.
at Burton, the houses are so far
Yeah,
up
see,
from the water.
I saw.
the
Yeah,
houses.
he's
So, yeah.
right. It's
There's a little juice.
Giant magic swimmer at night.
Oh, that's cool.
I bet that would work. Absolutely.
I feel like it
so.
just.
I know where it works.
Uh-oh.
Ambient light, same reason you can see 10 times the stars. Absolutely. And that's like when we went up to Tennessee, it was like that time I told you, and I think I told you, Paul, it was like considered by national something as a nighttime observatory. There's no lights up there and all that. And it does, you walk out of your house
it's
around here and you're like,
outrageous.
man, look at the stars, look great. You get somewhere off, we really don't see crap around here like you can down there. So
We
really
don't.
we really don't. So, all right, how about this? So we're getting close to wrapping it up. Each one of you, while you've all given some great information, like give me one top water tip, and then one mistake you think somebody makes on top water.
Ooh, that's
And I'll
hard.
each one of you.
Come back to me.
Okay. Well, how about you, Paul? I know.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
A lot of people make the mistake. Hook sets
Oh.
too quick.
Hook set too quick,
That's
or
so true.
spotted bass
So true.
especially miss,
A lot.
and they will absolutely come back. And it's just kind of you gotta
Yeah, because they're like shit.
That's
yeah. So he misses.
Then they
He
turn
misses.
around.
Yeah, he misses, and it's your impulse is to take that lure and reel it in and take
Nope.
another full cast. And a lot of the times you can let it sit there for a couple seconds, and
Yeah.
on first movement, he is
Yeah.
going to destroy it.
That's a
yeah.
good point.
For me, oftentimes, literally, like just keep it there.
Yeah.
Just let it sit.
Do
Paul
nothing.
nailed it. Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
he
good.
did.
See
He
you,
really
David.
did.
What about you, Ryan? Because that's kind of a tip and a mistake people make at the same time right there. So that's
Yeah.
really good.
A lot of people give up on it too early.
Yeah.
They don't throw it enough. And probably the biggest tip that I can say is don't get a knot in your panties when you throw, and all of a sudden they start fighting over it. You need to breathe, and you need to
Relax.
keep walking your bait
Yeah.
because it's the get it.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. No, absolutely.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody, they throw it, they come up schooling and they throw it in there and hit it, and then they in the middle of it. Oh my God, oh my God, and then like, and then oh man, and then they're like, oh man. Like, no, dude, just because one missed it, a lot of times they'll, oh my God, I got him.
They'll fight over it, especially spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that.
All right. I think I got.
Don't
mine.
rush your cadence. That's a good one
Yeah.
right there. And if they miss, don't stop working it. So, yeah,
There
it's
we
all good. So definitely. So you guys were great tonight with your comments and your questions and stuff like that. So it makes the show a lot easier to do. Trust me, when you guys are helping us out like that, and we actually learn. Hey, we pay attention. And even tomorrow, sometime we'll be talking about. Did you remember that comment by so and so like that? So you guys
Girls.
are you guys are great. So we appreciate that. What? Huh?
Comments. I said the nude girls.
Except for the new girls tonight and that kind of stuff. But
it popped up.
yeah, so if I said thank you,
He mentioned it, and I'm looking like,
Yeah,
oh crap, do I need
absolutely.
to block him again?
Nothing like making a cast in the schoolers and having about 10 fish chase it. Absolutely. So wait to feel pressure to set the hook. So
Yeah.
a lot of good tips right there. So with that, we'll end with those good tips. So guys, listen, if you get to go out fishing this weekend, first of all, be safe. And do I need to wait and let you? I'm gonna keep going whether you do that. So, but
Take us home.
take us home. That's what I'm going to do. So again, first of all, we appreciate you guys. Like I just said, it makes the show a lot fun, a lot more fun to do, a lot more fun to
It's
do.
a lot fun here.
It makes a long day better when we do this at the end of a Thursday night and you guys are around talking, and we enjoy talking and seeing a lot of the new faces this week and a lot of the, the ones that come back week after week. We appreciate you guys more than you know. So if you're out on the water this week, be safe, have a good time. It's going to be some good weather. Hope you catch a lot of fish. Next Tuesday night, we'll be doing another live on the water. So you guys join us then. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and guys, share it around. And if you have a good time with what we're doing, tell your friends and buddies, and let's just see if we can make this thing grow. I want to try to get up to 4,000 subscribers. That's our goal, short-term goal. A long-term goal is take over the world, right? But anyway, we're going to start easy first. But I appreciate you, Eric and Ryan and Paul, for joining in. You guys make my job real easy. So I appreciate all of you. And you guys, hey, we love you. Again, one more time, if you got some real estate ventures going on, or you're thinking about buying or selling your home, make sure Rachel Collins right here behind me.
Hi, Rachel.
770-310-0599, or you can get her Rachel at 400homes.com if you need to get her by email. So you guys have a great week. We will see you on the Livewell next week. Be safe.